Here we go. Kickoff just moments away here in T-Town between the Bishop Kelley Comets and your McAlester Buffaloes in the first round of the Oklahoma 5A football playoffs. I'm Brandon Green along with my color commentator tonight, Phillip Jewell Jr., and also running the camera, Mr. Nate Brown. He is over towards our left as well, and it's about time for playoff football here in the Heartland. Again, if you're watching on the YouTube stream here tonight, we want to go ahead and give a special shout out to Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester for providing the stream for tonight in terms of it's a courtesy of them. Thank you for
sponsor
putting us on the air on the video stream. And also thank you to all of our sponsors all season long for putting us on the air. If you watched any of the broadcasts, listen to any of them, it's Fenton Nissan, the Bank and A, McAlester Pepsi, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, First Realty, Vickers Furniture, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Vickers Power Sports, WE Offered Propane, Best Western American, Integrity Portable and Metal Buildings, KC Farm Machinery, Kennedy Eye Care, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Compass Capital Management. Thank you all once more. I'm going to go ahead and send it right over to Nate real quick like you always do. Give me a look on the crowd and the weather tonight, how it's going to be a factor.
Well, I will say the McAlester faithful have really showed out tonight. It is very close to standing room only, especially when you consider where the band is over there. Those are some pretty big visitor stands over there, and it's pretty full over there. And, of course, Bishop Kelley always going to turn out to their home games. And really the weather doesn't seem like it's going to be too much of a factor tonight. I was down on the field earlier. There was absolutely no wind down there. A little bit chilly, but you expect that in a November playoff game.
And honestly, at this very moment right now, about 6 and a half minutes until kickoff, I think it's about even when it comes to McAlster's fans and Bishop Kelley's fans. But, of course, expect Bishop Kelley's student section to get a little bit more full as we make our way throughout the night. We're about to have coin toss here in just a moment. And the Pride of McAlester, huge shout-out. They're filling in that far left section there. I think they're going to be an impact on tonight's game. As we look at some of the captains for the McAlester Buffaloes tonight, we have Caden Lesnow, Carter Lance, Zach Rogers, Ethan Watkins, and it looks like Jaden Shumway. And the people that are coming out for the Comets, Reed Jones, number 33, which is Anthony Ibarra.
Ethan Watkins.
We have number 21, which is Joel Glover. And on the far right side, number 46, which is Ty Reagan. I'm going to, for those on radio, let y'all know about the color matchups when it comes to their jersey combinations. White helmets for McAlester, white jerseys, gold numerals on the front and back, rather black with the gold outlines. And then they also have the black pants for the Bishop Kelley Comets, white helmets, red jerseys with the white numerals on the front and back, and white pants. I'll send the rest over to Nate to give us what happened with the coin toss, brought to you by First Family Federal Credit Union. Let's succeed together.
So I believe Bishop Kelley won the toss, and they have decided to defer to the second half, which means McAlester will receive to open the game.
And the reason why he's chuckling, for the 11th straight game, that's all 11 games in 2023, McAlester is going to get the ball to start off the game. I think we're about to have our prayer, and then we'll be having our national anthem here in just a moment, and then we'll get our final thoughts before kickoff from Mr. Phillip Jewell Jr.
Let us remember that we are in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Tonight we pray in a particular way for the continued healing of Gunnar Jackson. Let us pray. Strong and faithful God, as we come together for this contest, we ask you to bless these athletes, keep them safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen. The Lord be with you. May Almighty God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Mary, Queen of Peace, St. John Baptist de La Salle, live Jesus in our hearts.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts
All right, boys, it's about time for playoff football. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Phillip, real quick before we look at Buffalo roll call, your final thoughts before we have kickoff.
This is it. This is what you work all year for when you get in the weight room, when the summer heat's hitting you, that summer pride, and you're saying, well, what's my why? This is your why, to play playoff football here in Oklahoma. It does not get much bigger than this. Like, I got goosebumps up here in the box, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not even playing. That's what playoff football means, not only to myself, but to this town and to this team. So, boys, there ain't nothing left to do but go get it done.
That's perfectly said there, Phillip. Again, we have our Buffalo roll call. Let us know where you're watching or listening from on Twitter. That's the best way to do it. If not, we'll try to get you on Facebook. Again, Ross Eaton watching from McAlester from his recliner saying go Buffs. And Charlie Gillespie saying it's playoff time for McAlester, time to eat for the Buffs. So, again, let us know where you are watching or listening from. Again, Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Give us a follow while you're at it. And thank you for tuning in for McAlester football here in T-Town. All right, again, we're about to have our kickoff in just a moment. Both teams are going to be coming out of the south end zone. Looks like McAlester out of the southeast end zone, the Bishop Kelley Comets out of the southwest. Your kickoff is brought to you by Jet Tire Service. For great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kinda, and Cooper tires for your car, truck, or SUV. See Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. So they're playing a pump-up video over in the north end zone, and here come the Bishop Kelley Comets out the southwest end zone. The tunnel, their student section. They're going to reside over here on the near side of the field. That'll be the west side. As for McAlester, they'll be on the far side, the east. It says 25 seconds till kickoff, and here come the Buffaloes. And both schools have the same fight song. I never noticed Bishop Kelley has the same fight song as McAlester.
Or maybe they're just rooting for us.
So they'll be over on the far side. Again, McAlester will get the ball to begin the game tonight. So around the city of McAlester, around the state of Oklahoma, and Buffalo fans across the nation far and wide, thank you for joining us for the opening round of the Oklahoma 5A football playoffs. It's McAlester and Bishop Kelley. Buffaloes 6-4 on the year. They were 4-3 in 5A3 play, finishing 4th in the district. The Bishop Kelley Comets lost their first 2 games of the year, but ended up winning 8 straight to be ranked 5th in the AP Top 10 polls. They were an undefeated 7-0 in District 5A4, winning the district championship, including a key 42-41 win over the Claremore Zebras in come-from-behind fashion, 42-41, to secure that district championship. They're going to be kicking it off right to left. McAlester will be returning it left to right if you're listening on your radio dial or watching it on your video stream. Looks like placing the ball down will be number 26, Evan Nichols, senior for the Bishop Kelley Comets, a really heavy senior team. This Comets team features 26 seniors.
It's a lot of experience, Brandon.
Back deep to return for McAlester. The furthest man back looks to be
number 14.
That's Brandon Smith. We got Stephen Gregg there. And on the other side, looks like Zane Owens on the far.
Won't forget those yellow gloves, will we, boys?
Once again, Brandon Smith now wearing number 14. As Nichols does his paces, he'll go all the way back to the 30-yard line and set up along the near hash. Puts the right hand up in the air. Shakes off the jitters, starts his approach, puts toe to leather, and it's playoff time in the Heartland. A long end-over-end kick that will be grabbed by Stephen Gregg, who will make it right as he gets it to about the 23-yard line, and it's going to be dropped there. So Gregg returns it out to about the 24-yard line, and that's where McAlester will begin this drive. Starting off with Caden Luss now back in the starting lineup after, again, a flare-up in his right shoulder last week against Glenpool. Has thrown for over 1,000 yards this year on 59% completion. 11 touchdowns through the air, 5 on the ground. Also had a touchdown reception this year against Tulsa Memorial. He'll be joined in the backfield. Well, I take it back. Caden Luss now is going to be in the slot to start off this drive. And it's Kayshawn Washington-Mazey in the gun, who got the start last week against the Glenpool Warriors. And we have a false start to begin the game. And what do we talk about in the pregame show? And really what's been the problem for McAlester this season is just too many first down penalties in general that have put McAlester behind the chains. But starting off the game with Kason Washington Maisie at quarterback. Coach Maisie said in the coffee with the coach he was good to go, but he's going to be starting the game in the slot right side with trips right. And it is still Watkins on the right side of Washington Maisie. Ball on the far hash. It's Lesnow that moves in motion. Here's a snap. Pass out near side. It's overthrown of Lesnow. It's a chase for the ball. He's pushed. It's still on the floor, and the Comets jump on it at the 3-yard line. That was thrown behind Caden Lesnow, who was making his way towards the far hash and then reverted back to where he was originally at. And it was thrown back to the near side behind Lesnow. It went on the turf. Lesnow was pushed, and the Comets jump on it, and they couldn't have thought of a worse start to the game for McAlester. So they got the ball to start it off, and then a false start, and then a turnover, and the Comets have the ball at the 3. It's going to be Sty Smith in the gun. To his right, Eli Hensley. Loading up the line. Here's a snap, kind of their own jumbo package. They're going to rush it up the middle, and Smith is stopped right around the 2. Right between the 1 and the 2 is where he's going to be stopped. We have second down and goal for the Comets, just 25 seconds in. Yeah, ball right between the 1 and the 2, favoring the left hash. And they have their own kind of dozer package, but they look like they loaded the line now on the left side. Smith waiting for the ball. Grabs it, hands it off over to Hensley. Hensley sweeping left. Needs to run over a man to get to the pylon. Did he get into the end zone? No. He stopped just shy of the goal line. And we'll have third down and goal from the half-yard line coming up.
Good play, Buffalo defense right there, seeing that heavy jumbo set. They're going to try to go off tackle, trying to get to the pylon. Buffaloes were able to fight off the blocks and force it out. He was only able to pick up about a half a yard there.
So third and goal now after this drive started for the Comets. Inside the 5 at the 3. Snap, Smith straight up the gut. This time he'll cross the goal line, and the Bishop Kelley Comets strike first. Capitalize off the turnover by McAlester, which was their 16th on the year, and they get on the board. 6-0 over McAlester, 10:39 remaining in the first quarter. And the good news there, Phillip, you get that out of your system.
Yep. Yeah, got those jitters out now. Now you just settle in, play some football.
And then it'll be Nichols on to attempt the PAT. As he awaits the snap. Can't get McAlester to jump. They stay put. There's the ball. Hold is good. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. 7-0 Comets lead McAlester. 10:39 remaining in the first.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Too much sense.
So the Comets capitalize on a Buffalo turnover. We'll have a Buffalo roll call extended edition coming up here in just a moment as a few more people checking in on Twitter. Comets lead 7-0. We will have a drive summary for you here as well. That was only a three-play, 3-yard drive, but Phillip will fill us in on the rest. Nichols kicks this one away. Another deep kick. Once again going to Stephen Gregg at the 7-yard line. He grabs it and works again far side, running laterally. Cuts it up now the 15 and spun down at the 17-yard line where McAlester will begin this drive. Samantha Redinius says, watching from home in McAlester. Mary Martin, watching from a beautiful cabin in Broken Bow with the grandkids, saying, I think it's a good sign there's a pic of a buffalo on the wall in their cabin, saying go Buffs. And Tangi Chapman saying, let's go Buffs, rooting from home, but let's go, baby. All right, real quick drive summary for you, Phillip.
3 play, 3 yards, only took a minute and 8 seconds off the clock. The point after was successful. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
So it was one
And
play.
we can't get lined up. We got too many men in the huddle.
The Buffaloes have ran one play. They've had 2 penalties here, and now we have too many men on the field and 5 yards back from the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 again for the second consecutive drive for McAlester. So, again, they had a false start to begin the game, then went back 5 yards because of that penalty. The very first play was thrown behind Caden Lesnow that led to a turnover and then the initial touchdown by the Comets. Now it's going to be Lesnow in the gun after he was lined up at receiver that one-play drive. They'll hand it off over to Ethan Watkins, and Watkins stays on his feet. He's got some room, and he spins up to the 25-yard line. That was a huge gap by the offensive line. He gets a lot of yards back. It looks like 13 yards back to bring up a second down and 2 coming up from the 25.
Yeah, good play right there by the Buffalo offensive line. They know that this defensive front from Bishop Kelley is really strong. They're physical and quick. They're able to load that line up, go double heavy with Will Spears and Malachi Rice as H-back tight end. Sealed that edge. Ethan Watkins slid up on it. Good play right there.
Empty backfield, trips right, loading up the line on the left side, 2nd and 2. Design quarterback run left side. Caden Lesnow's got some room. 1 man to beat down the far sideline. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like just past the 40-yard line at the 41. First down for McAlester. If he beat one more man, he was going to take that to the crib. First down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or rural home, call 918-284-1233. So the Buffaloes on the move.
Yeah, right there again. They're just going to load that line up. They're going double heavy H-back tight end, sealed that edge. They ran the backside bubble. He pumped, went out with the quarterback run, designed draw all the way. Good play design, good run right there by the senior quarterback.
Ball stays on the left hash, 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 41, 9:48 remaining in the first quarter. Watkins moves to the right side of Lesnow. Tight end Zach Rogers to the left side of the line. Man in motion, Carter lands. Here's the handoff. It'll be Ethan Watkins up the gun, and he's able to get a couple of yards out to the 43. 2nd down and 8 coming up. On the tackle, by the way, number 62, Carter Couch.
Yeah, that's what we talked about in the pregame earlier, Brandon. They're going to bring Zach Rogers over. They're going to make tackle over, try to seal that edge, and that's what they were doing. Bishop Kelley was kind of anticipating it, but a good pickup right there by Ethan Watkins of at least 2 yards.
A lot of substitutions here early for McAlester, giving Bishop Kelley a lot of looks offensively here so far. Watkins will stay on the right side, it looks like, of Lesnow. Again, loading at the left side of the line. I believe that's Will Spears. H-back moves to the right side. Here's the snap. Handoff, Watkins patiently dancing in the backfield, but he's going to be tackled, dropped for a loss of 1. 3rd down and 9, and we mentioned it's going to be kind of hard to be able to run on this front 7 of the Comets. They have a very similar defense as McAlester does, of a strong front 7. Some young guys in the secondary, but also a very talented secondary at that.
Oh, absolutely. You know, they make plays on the back end. They were making plays against Grove last week in the footage that I was able to pick up. And that's where I noticed that this front 7 is one of the best that we've played all year. I would probably say rivals second with Del City.
Trips right. Again, loading that line, left side. Snap, back to pass, Lesnow. Clean pocket. Has to rush right now. Has some space to try to make a run for it. He'll get out past the 45-yard line, but he's still going to be about, let's call it 5 yards shy of the first down. 4th and 5 coming up from the Buffalo 46.
4th and 5.
And again, you can never question McAllister's ability to go for it. They're aggressive and dangerous a whole lot. But 4th and 5 coming up now from the 46 on McAllister's side of the 50. They have 19 to snap it, and they will bring out the punt team. Clock stops with 8:16 remaining in the first quarter. Comets lead the Buffaloes 7-0, capitalizing on an early turnover in the first quarter. Buffaloes got a first down, but was unable to move the chains again. Good job by the secondary of Bishop Kelley. And we'll have a timeout call. McAlester calling a timeout. 8:16 remaining in the first quarter here on KNE.
This Thanksgiving, we want to thank you for allowing us to serve the McAlester area for over 44 years.
Customer satisfaction is our first priority at Fenton Nissan. When you purchase a vehicle with us, we consider you family.
Our owner loyalty managers are focused on establishing a relationship with each customer.
They want to ensure your experience is exceptional.
We're not satisfied until you're satisfied.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
November at Vickers Furniture can only mean one thing: free turkeys and extra $10,000 giveaway tickets. It's the holiday season, and with friends and family visiting this year, you might want to change and update your dining room, spare bedroom, living room, whatever. Let Vickers Furniture help. Stop by today and check out our Black Friday sale going on now at Vickers Furniture, 215 East Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
So the Buffaloes coming out of a timeout. Going to punt it away on 4th and 5 from their own 46-yard line. Buffs have 2 timeouts remaining. Comets have 3. This one will be a punt, end over end. Good one by Les now over the head of the returner, inside the 15-yard line, inside the 10. He touched it. He's at the 1.
That's
He's
a safety.
tackled. We might have a safety.
That's a safety. No. No.
What? They're going to say it's Bishop Kelley Football.
That's a safety.
It was touched by the
safety.
returner who grabbed it and then went past the goal line. We're going to see where they're going to mark him down at. They're going to call him at the 5.
He bobbled that.
It looked like he bobbled it, grabbed the football. Coach Mazey's calling for a safety.
The coach is right beside us. We've all said it's a safety. You cannot bobble the punt.
He bobbled the punt, then grabbed it, then ran backwards and was
Even if
tackled
you call
beyond
a
the
fair
goal
catch.
line.
Even if you call a fair catch.
That's not
Wow.
the right call.
Oh, wow.
Coach Mazey's begging for a safety. One of the referees was trying to explain it to him over along the far sideline, but the Comets, as it appears right now, gets an incredible stroke of luck. But they're still pinned at their own 5-yard line on the 8th punt from Caden Lesnow this year to be inside the 20, and we have a false start. False start by the Comets to begin this drive, so they're going to go back half the distance to the goal, and it'll be first down and about 12 or 13 coming up here. But I think there should have been a safety on that play.
Oh, absolutely. Our Coach Keith right beside us looked over into our booth and was like, yes.
Coach is right to the left of us here in the Bishop Kelley press box. Once again, thank you to Bishop Kelley. Extremely hospitable. We thank y'all for all the hospitality that you've shown us so far tonight. So it'll be against Ty Smith in the gun. First down and 13, we'll call it, from inside their own 5. Handoff, it'll be Hensley right side. Hensley found a gap, and it's one man to beat down the far sideline. He gets the first down past the 15 and out to about the 17, possibly 18 is what they're going to call it. First down for the Comets. So they're back without their backs near their own goal line, actually not standing in their own end zone anymore, and they get the ball out to the 19, the nose of the football at the 19 along the far hash.
That's a good run. They're just going to load that line up like they like to do. Heavy sets, running off tackle. Good play right there by the Comets. Good touchdown-saving tackle there, Carter Lance.
2 receivers left. Snap going to be a quarterback run. Ty Smith up the middle. He's got some blockers. He's chopped down, though. But it looks like Will Spears, shy of the first down marker, gets out to about the 27. And that brings up second down and 8. 7:22, by the way, remaining here in the first quarter. Comets lead the Buffaloes 7-zip.
They're just going to go straight quarterback draw right there. And as an inside linebacker, you cannot be afraid to put that left foot in the ground, come downhill. It's exactly what Coach Kevin Harmon coaches you to do because he's coming at you, and Ty Smith is going to bring the hit. He's going to bring the boom. He loves to run.
Give you height, weight on Ty Smith in just a moment. Hand off to Hensley, up the gut. First down again, more room again, up past the 40-yard line, and now the Comets are moving up to the 42-yard line, still on their side of the 50. They're going to call it at the 41. Yes, Ty Smith, 6'3", about 200-pound senior for the Bishop Kelley Comets. A dual-threat quarterback can throw it through the air against Claremore in their biggest game of the year. He went 9 of 17 for 133 yards in the air and 3 touchdowns, 20 carries for 108 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. He has not had a pass attempt so far tonight. Trips left, single receiver far side. It'll be Hensley on the right side of Smith. Ball on the far hash still. Snap, handoff Hensley, sweeping left. Got some room again to the 45-yard line, and there's Owen Russell to make the tackle just beyond the 45 for another good gain of about 5 yards. Second down and 5 coming up.
Second and 5 for the Comets.
Right now, Bishop Kelley, they're just trying to grind it out. They're not wanting to throw the football. They're just going to tell McAlester, stop the run.
Well, you mentioned in the pregame show they're going to like to work laterally. They got a lot of speed, and that's what they're doing so far is they're sweeping. They're not going between the tackles.
And they're keeping Pfeiffer Mitchell and Will Spears running sideline to sideline, and that's what you want to do. Get those inside linebackers gassed early. Buffalo defensive line, they got to get up there and get some pressure.
Trips right. Again in the gun. Hensley on the right side of Smith. First time on the left hash. It's going to be a quarterback keeper by Smith. Tackled past the 50-yard line for another first down run by the Comets. They had now moved about 47 yards from their own 3 to the McAlester 48-yard line with 5:40 remaining in the first quarter. Again, like you said, Phillip, why pass it when you're a well-oiled machine right now? Have not faced a third down on this drive.
No, sir. They have a first down after the false start. Second play was a first down. Second play was a first down. And right now they're just getting these they're right now body blows right now to this defense right here for the Buffaloes running the football at them.
Sometimes you got to be careful about that. Mike try going deep one play, and we've got some movement
False
here
start.
and a false start.
Flags on the play.
So that'll move the Comets back past the 50-yard line.
False start against the Comets.
And it'll be 1st and 15 coming up from the near hash. Again, Comets lead 7-0. 5:12 remaining in the first quarter.
Right there, they just pushed old number 88, Reed Jones, out there as that tight end. Took him from that tight end spot into the slot. They were maybe about to work a slant, or not a slant, but a bubble into the boundaries, getting the tight end out there to block. He's quick, he's big, he can block. Now they're going to run him back in. They're going to run double tight end, one on each side right here.
3 to snap it. 2, they snap it. Smith right side. Smith stopped, trying to find some daylight, and you're not going to find it here at 7:18 at night in T-Town. Buffalo stop him for no gain.
Smith on the carry for no gain.
By the way, we have Logan Hetty watching the Buffs from home saying go Buffs. Joseph Ledford tuning in as well, and Trina Himmerling saying go Buffs from McAlester. Thank all y'all for tuning in to the broadcast here tonight. McAlester down right now 7-0. 2nd and 15 coming up for the Comets from their own 47, favoring the near hash.
Good play there, Buffalo defense. They saw the double tight ends, two, one on each side. They were able to break it down. Quarterback draw. They wasn't fooled. Good play staying home.
And there'll be a timeout call by the Comets. We'll take it. 4:13 left in the first. Buffs down by 7 here on K.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA. Strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Liner. One thing we got to keep in mind, and it's going to make it hard on us when it comes to commercial breaks, both McAlester and Bishop Kelley quick in the huddle. Only 30 seconds during these timeouts here, but we'll try to get all of our sponsors in as we make our way throughout the next 4 quarters. 2nd and 15 coming up for the Comets. Both teams now have 2 timeouts apiece left. Here's the snap to Smith. First pass of the day, caught near side by McGinnity. McGinnity passed the 50-yard line back out to about the 47. So it'll be a 3rd down and 9 coming up. And this is where you want the Comets to be defensively for McAlester. You want them to be able to try to beat you through the air. Like I said, Smith can do it, though. He's a very good passer as well as he is a runner. But this is where you want to be on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, you want to win on first down. Put them to where that playbook's not 50-50, where they got to open that playbook and you know what's coming. Right here, cornerbacks are about to press. We're going man coverage around with these corners.
Hensley on the right side of Smith. Here's the snap. Going to keep it, passing out into the flats. Caught by number 45, Rhodes, and a great tackle. Is that Carter Lance coming in?
Carter Lance came in from the safety spot, making a good play there.
One-on-one tackle. If Rhodes gets past Carter Lance, that's the first down. Carter saves the first down. Great play by the senior, and looks like the Comets are going to punt this one away.
Right there, they're just good. They got them pressed up. They got those corners where they wanted them. Had that double tight end look, and then he just stuck it in the running back's gut, and they were hot release that tight end. They try to get a sneaky one into the flats. Carter Lance wasn't fooled.
Watkins back deep to return. The punt from Nichols, as he does all the kicking duties for the Comets.
Stay away.
Takes a Bishop Kelley bounce inside the 15 and be down at the 11. So we have some punting battles going on here early. That's actually down at the 5-yard line. And
the 6-yard line where the Buffaloes will
McAlester will start this drive inside their own 10 just like the Comets did the drive before. So 2:50 remaining in the first quarter. Buffalo's down to the Bishop Kelley Comets 7-0. A great tackle by Carter Lance gets McAllister's defense off the field and brings back the offense. McAlester has managed to get 1 first down so far today on offense. Their first play from scrimmage was a fumble, a backwards pass that missed its target that led to the first touchdown by the Comets on a 3-yard drive. So it's going to be once again Caden Luss now. And it looks like it's Ethan Watkins on the left side of Luss now. It is. Trips left. Those 3 receivers to the far side of the field. 8 to snap it. Luss now gets the ball. Passing out, far side, dropped. Carter Lance was the intended receiver. He was already backing up, and that's an instance of not just a drop. He's looking to see what he's going to do once he catches the ball. He's thinking about his run after the catch before he got the catch there. His eyes are already looking downfield, Phillip.
Yeah, you know, plays like that, you're running a bubble screen. It's coming at you quick. You got to get upfield. But that right there, Brandon, that's just textbook of you got to see the ball in and then make the play. That was a bad mistake right there by the Buffalo offense, putting him behind the chains here, 2nd and 10.
Now 2 receivers each side. Comets don't bite on the hard count. 7 to snap it for McAlester. They get the play in with 5. 4, 3. Watkins out the right side. Here's the snap. Handoff, Watkins. Watkins trying to sweep left. Can't find anybody, and he's going to be tackled inside the 5. It's fumbled, and it's a scoop and score by the Comets. Watkins fumbled, and the Comets were able to pick it up and take it to the house. That is now 2 touchdowns on 2 turnovers by McAlester. And it is 13-0 Bishop Kelley in the blink of an eye, it feels like, with 2:38 remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, right there, they got Zach Rogers pulling, and Ethan Watkins, he just blasted the hole right before Zach. Nothing, no knock on anybody. He just hit the hole too soon. Blockers wasn't there just yet, and the big defensive lineman from Bishop Kelley got their bear paws in there.
Here's the kick. This one's close to the upright, but does squeak in. It's 14-0. Comets lead McAlester. 2:38 left to go in the first.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
The 12th annual Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest is underway. The deer, they're everywhere. And if one gets in the way of your moving vehicle, well, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop can fix it. And don't forget to register for your chance to win cash and prizes during the Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest. We're located at 103 Oklahoma Avenue in McAlester. Call 918-423-3161. That's 423-3161.
Welcome back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Here's the kick from Nichols as it's a 14-0 game. This one more of a pooch kick to the far side. It'll be caught at the 19. Buffaloes run into each other, but now it looks like it's Carter Lance got a little bit of room.
We got extracurricular. You got to calm down over here.
Yeah, we've got some pushing and shoving over here in the near hash. No flag's going to be thrown. But at the 30-yard line is where Carter Lance will be tackled down at, and we have no drive summary because the last touchdown by the Comets that put them up 14-0 was a scoop and score defensive touchdown. That is now 2 scores by the Comets, coming off of miscues by the McAlester offense. There was a, like I said, backwards pass that ended up falling for a fumble. The Comets scored 3 plays later from inside their own 3. That one was fumbled around the 6-yard line and brought back to the north end zone. But McAlester, best field position so far starting off a drive today at their own 30. So not deep inside their own 10. It'll be Noah Leonardo on the left side of the line. Snap. We'll toss out over to Jordan Clark. Clark waiting for the hole. Hits it. Gets to the 34-yard line for a gain of 4.
Tackle by number 21.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Buffaloes. Like I said, constant moving parts here from McAllister's offense. Rice comes out. Looks like Pfeiffer Mitchell will come in, which usually that spells Zach Rogers tight end coming up.
Yeah, they're going to like to be in that tackle over, just that Zach Rogers tight end. That way they can seal the edge and try to run off tackle on this 4-man front.
2 minutes left in the first. Buffalo's down 14-0. Quarterback run. Caden Less now gets around one Bishop Kelley defender, and he'll go out of bounds. We have a flag coming in around the 38. As it stands right now, it's a loss of 4.
It's going to be a hold. This is in the area of holding, and not only that, we had a busted play there by the Buffalo offense.
We'll see what the call is.
There was a loss of 3 on the carry.
Is it going to be declined, though? If they accept it, it's going to be 2nd down and 15 coming up, or it's 3rd and 9.
No, it was a personal foul on McAlester.
Personal foul against the Buffaloes.
I'm not sure what that signal was other than personal foul.
But it is a personal foul.
Yeah. So that's 15 from the 38.
It's just tonight so far, it's the Buffs beating the Buffs is what it's been so far for the first 10 minutes. Just, again, points off of turnovers for the Bishop Kelley Comets. Now, credit to them on that scoop and score. That's a great play by the Comets. But turnovers, or rather, these penalties and putting McAlester behind the sticks, they're not helping, obviously, as we're going to be having second down and now almost forever. Second down and 20 at least coming up from inside the 20-yard line, back at the 17. On the far hash, 1:46 and ticking left to go in the first quarter. Comets lead the Buffaloes 14-0, and McAlester needs a spark, something right now. Be Jordan Clark on the right side of Les now. Here's a snap. Pitch out over to Carter Lance, sweeping right. Gets a block to the 20-yard line, trying to go down the near sideline. Still on his feet, and gets out past the 30-yard line. So gets a lot of yards back, about 10 of them back to make this third down and doable. So 3rd and 10 coming up now for McAlester as they get back to the original line of scrimmage.
And going back to that personal foul, they called a targeting penalty. Went back and watched, and you could see our offensive lineman cracked back in and just kind of hit a blindside block is what that personal foul was.
It's even called a crackback block.
Blindside block.
Yeah, blindside block. So the ball's in the near hash, 3rd down and 10 coming up. Got to get to the 40-yard line. Buffs have 11 to snap it. They break the huddle with 9. Looks like it's still Clark on the left side of Les now. Man in motion is Chapman. Rolling out left. Les now after he gets a snap. Going to tuck it and try to run, and he's hammered.
Ooh.
Laying the boom was a Kelley Comet just past the original line of scrimmage, and it was like a top. Caden Les now spinning down at the line of scrimmage, and the Buffaloes will have to punt this one away again. And if the first quarter has told you anything, right now Bishop Kelley asserting their dominance and taking advantage of Buffalo miscues so far.
Absolutely. So far, the first 12 minutes, it just said Bishop Kelley said, hey, this is our field. You beat us the last 2 times you've been here, but we're coming to play tonight. They're playing fast, they're playing physical, and they're playing mean.
Again, it's hard to win if you're a 5A team over here at Prosa Field, as this one's a shanked punt, spiraling punt that pounces past the 50, but takes a McAlester bounce, and it will roll out of bounds right around the 43, 42-yard line, and that's where it looks like 42, and that's where the Comets are going to start their drive. Yeah, opponents, 5A opponents here at Prosa Field, since their last home district loss, or excuse me, their home playoff loss, which was a 36-7 loss to Noble back in 2017, the Comets are 22-4 against 5A teams since then. 2 of those, 2 Forest Mazeys, McAlester Buffaloes in 2019, 35-19, and in 2021, 19-0. The other one was to the Coweta Tigers, which sealed Coeta's district championship back in 2020, and another loss to the Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish, who the Comets did beat this year. So the Comets take over at their own 42-yard line. 14-0, Comets lead with 36 seconds left in the first. Here's a handoff, and taking it past the 45-yard line is the Comet for a gain of about 4. On the carry once again is Eli Hensley. He's going to be the running back for a majority of the night tonight. Not very often they run another running back, it seems. When they do, they like Kai Livesey. But right now it looks like it's Eli Hensley for the first 3 drives for the Comets, and they might take this into the second quarter. As they do make it towards the near sideline, it's 14-0 after 1 quarter to play. Bishop Kelley leads McAlester here in the first round of the Oklahoma 5A football playoffs on K.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Waffler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Waffler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
Come on, Comets, on your feet with Comet pride.
So we begin the second quarter, flipping sides. Now Bishop Kelley moving it left to right across your radio dial. The Buffaloes will be moving it right to left when they get the ball. Second down and 5 coming up for the Comets from the far hash at their own 46-yard line, a fresh 12 minutes out of the oven. Comets leading 14-0. It's Ty Smith in the gun with Hensley to his right. He'll go back to pass, looking deep for the first time tonight. Tosses it down the far sideline, and it is caught over Eli Pemberton. Pemberton swears that he didn't maintain it down to the ground and went out of bounds, but it's a mossing catch by number 19, Mason McFarland. And that flips the field. The big throw from Smith to McFarland gets it to the 16-yard line, and the Comets are in the red zone, and it has been all Bishop Kelley here in the first 12 minutes and 10 seconds. Buffaloes need a play, something.
Right there, Ty Smith just stared his receiver down from the word go. Pemberton was in good play. He was in a good motion there, good form. Just a good play, better play back there by the receiver.
Hensley back. He'll get a pitch, missed a tackle. Hensley working it right side inside the 10-yard line, breaking for the goal line. He reaches, and I think he got past it. That's a touchdown by Bishop Kelley. Broke a couple of tackles on his way towards the end zone. There was a missed tackle behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to evade that, Buffalo, and just like that, Comets are up 20-0 on McAlester. So it'll be once again Nichols to try to put this one through the uprights. Jace Detterman, the holder for the Comets. Senior holder, senior kicker. Here's the snap, hold, kick is up, and this one is right down the middle. 21-0. Bishop Kelley leads McAlester. 11:22 left to go in the first half here on.
Need a new Ram truck? How about a new Jeep? Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester has your new vehicle at the right price. And right now, new 2024 Ram trucks offer up to $6,500 off MSRP. A new Jeep is 10% off MSRP, excluding Wrangler and Wagoneer. And the new 2023 Ram trucks also 10% off MSRP. You won't find a better deal anywhere. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. We're on the 69 bypass next to the mall.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia 9 Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
Here comes the kick from the Bishop Kelley Comets, leading your McAlester Buffaloes 21-0 right now, as Brandon Smith will grab this one inside his own 5-yard line, has the lead blocker in front of him, cutting it near side to the 20, has an alley to the 25, and tackled down after a good return by Brandon Smith, the freshman, out to the 30-yard line. McAlester will be moving it right to left. We have a drive summary that put the Comets up by 3 scores on McAlester. Phillip?
That was a quick 3-play, 58-yard touchdown drive. It took 1 minute and 15 seconds off the clock in between the first and second quarter. It was capped off with a 16-yard run by number 4, Eli Hensley, and that is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
You know, there's a whole 2.5 quarters left in this game. Well, actually, almost a full 3 quarters left in this game, but this feels like a do-or-die drive for McAlester early, down 21-0. Trips right, handoff, Ethan Watkins. He's got some room past the 35-yard line, and he'll take a good, looks like 7-yard carry out to the 37-yard line. Second down and 3 coming up. That's the good first initial push that you wanted. McAlester not starting behind the sticks. They'll have second down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, right there. They're just gonna go gap scheme at them, and they're just gonna kind of hit them in the mouth, moving that line laterally, getting that front that 4 defensive linemen guessing and wondering where Ethan Watkins is going to be. Good play right there offensively.
Everyone on the line. We might have some trickery here. It's going to be a handoff. Jordan Clark, he's got some room past the 50-yard line and chopped down in Bishop Kelley territory around the 47. Everyone was around the line, save for a few people, but they were all around the line. It was just Caden Lesnow and Ethan Watkins that was in the gun. Everyone else around that line, and it got on a sweep out to Jordan Clark for the first down. Brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. Give him a call at 918-284-1233. Here's a snap on first down. They're going to do it again. Jordan Clark right side again. He'll be tackled this time. Great tackle around the, looks like 44-yard line from the looks like the safety, Cade Arthur, sophomore, makes the tackle at the 44. Jordan Clark had some room again, but this time Arthur said, you're not going to get as many yards as you did the last time.
Yeah, they just kind of snuffed that one out right there, and they made a good play on the football, and they went back to the well. That's what something that head coach Forrest Mazey likes to do. If they see a run, if they have a run play that works, he likes to go right back at it, see if they can get him out of place. Good play there by the Comets to be able to sniff that one out.
Again, everyone loading up the line. In the gun by himself is Les now. He'll hand it off over to Jordan Clark again. This time he's going to be tackled right around the line of scrimmage. So it's essentially the same play, but that time it's not Ethan Watkins next to Les now in the gun. He grabbed it. Sweeping back right was Clark. And this time, like the last time, didn't go for very much. No gain on the carry to bring up 3rd down and 7.
That's a play right there that you would kind of want back in your arsenal, just because now you're looking at a 3rd down and 7. Kelley can kind of sit back, say, okay, well, you know, the chances of them are running are kind of slim because they need points on the board. So now Kelley can sit back. They can call a blitz coming at you.
But down by 3 scores, this is also 4-down territory, you'd think.
Right. We got a timeout, Kelley.
And Kelley will take it. We'll take it as well with 9:01 left in the first half. 21-0 Comets lead McAlester here on.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Hey there, football fans! Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
So 3rd down and 7 coming up for McAlester. The second timeout of the first half by the Comets. McAlester has 2 left. Here's 3rd and 7 from the Comet 44 for the Buffalo offense. Again, some trickery. Running it left after the snap is Jordan Clark for the first down. He'll get inside the 35. It's been the Jordan Clark show here on this drive. He has gotten the ball every single snap so far. This time they put him on the right, and he swept left, after the 33-yard line of Bishop Kelley. And that'll move the chains once again. Sean Wilkerson bringing you that first down if you need to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or a rural home.
Yeah, right there. I mean, Bishop Kelley called a timeout, and head football coach Forrest Mazey said, okay, how about we go to the other side? And they run that same play. Good play right there coming out of the timeout.
I do not see Jordan Clark on the field in this play. It'll be instead a handoff to Ethan Watkins, and he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Reed Jones, the Central Arkansas commit, standing at 6'4", 255, the senior.
And Anthony Ibarra for no gain.
Defensive line, again, a couple years ago, I believe, ran out of a 3-4. They switched it up to a 4-3 defense here, and it has been able to, for the most part, stop McAllister's run game. This is the most success that McAlester has had offensively, knowing how big of a drive this is when you're down 3 scores here early to the Comets with Bishop Kelley getting the ball to begin the second half. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 coming up inside the 35-yard line. Again, loading that line again. Watch Jordan Clark left side. Snap. This time, and again, will be a handoff over to Jordan Clark, and he's on the loose. 15 to the 10. 1 man to beat at the 5 into the end zone. McAlester strikes back. 21-6. Welcome to the Clark Show on that drive. Took every handoff save one, and the sophomore finds the north end zone to pull it back within 2 scores. Clark's 3rd touchdown run of the season, and it is Trenton Greer trying to make this a 21-7 game. Just what the doctor ordered for the black and gold. Snap, hold, kick is up, and that is good. I thought we might have had an offsides there, but anyway, it's 21-7. Comets lead McAlester, but the Buffaloes are on the board. We'll take a break and be back here on.
I know, the grass has stopped growing, and you're pretty sure you don't need a new lawnmower right now. But the grass is always greener on the other side of summer. At KC Farm Machinery in McAlester, the Gravely Zero-Turn Mower Sale is on. We carry Gravely Zero turns from 42 to 72-inch cuts, all of which have been hugely discounted. Get your best deal now on all our Gravely Zero turn models. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAlester is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAlester Union Stockyards.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured.
Welcome back to Prossa Field here on the campgrounds of Bishop Kelley High School, just to the left of the high school, it looks like, if you're, I guess, just the north of the high school. Right next to the baseball field, and McAlester has the ball at the 40-yard line. Their entire kick return team, or kick defense team, was huddled up. Now they break. We'll have a drive summary for you here in just a moment as McAlester gets on the board to bring it back within 2 scores. That was a do-or-die drive by McAlster's offense, and they did it right there. Great job, as this one's going to be bounced at the 30-yard line. I think McAlester jumped on it at the 31, as McAlester is saying that they have the ball along the far side. Still waiting.
Bishop Kelley football.
Somehow a red jersey was able to jump on that ball amongst the white jerseys for McAlester, but as I was saying, McAlester had a do-or-die drive on their last drive. They did it. Now they're putting the pressure back on Bishop Kelley, because, again, if Bishop Kelley gets stopped here in this drive, McAlester can make it a one-score drive, or one-score game right before the end of half. We have a drive summary real quick.
That was a 7-play, 70-yard touchdown drive that took 3 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock, capped off with a 33-yard touchdown run by Jordan Clark. That's your drive summary by Bishop's Funeral Service.
Eli Hensley carrying this one, sweeping it right out to the 40-yard line, tackle down there, and a gain of 8 for the Comets.
Comets got away with a hold right there. They were running laterally. It's Dustin Jacobson is who they got away with a hold on. Jacobson trying to get away. They just tackled him right there on that lateral motion.
I think McAlester football coaches over here to the left of us, I think they saw that as well. Wondering where the call was on the hold. Ball's in the near hatch. 2nd down and 8 coming up. 7:01 remaining here in the first half. 21-7. Bishop Kelley leads McAlester. And Hensley, long run, laterally out to the near side. This one's going to be a handoff again to Hensley, this time up the middle. Stopped short of the line of gain. I don't think he got anything on the carry, maybe a yard, and we'll have 3rd down and short coming up.
Just right here, this is a 3rd and 1. This is a big play right here by the Buffaloes. 3rd and short right here. This is a chance to force them into a little bit of a predicament. Do they want to punt or go for it right here on their side of the 50? But they're going to go heavy set right here. Everyone in the backfield got to get a play.
3rd and 1. Smith has got the ball straight up the gut, 1st down. Still pushing on top of a Buffalo. Never really went down, and he's past the 45-yard line to the 46. He's just whistled down as he was laying on top of a Buffalo. Looked like Will Spears at the 46. That's almost automatic when it comes to Sty Smith running the ball on 3rd and short like that, 3rd and 1. He's so strong.
Yep.
And it's reminiscent of the Belldozer package.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing.
You know, when they get in them sets like that, my mind obviously now goes to Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
Yeah.
Because when they get in sets like that, you know what's coming, and it's just, can you stop it?
1st down and 10 from the 46, Bishop Kelley's 46. Keeper by Smith up the middle on the option. Tackled on the interlocking BK. Well, he's still on his feet, and the whole entirety of the Buffalo defense has got to come over and stop him. We do have a flag coming in very late around the pile.
Got a bad feeling that's going to be a face mask on McAlester.
It's either a face mask or did someone try going around and pulling the pile backwards. There's 2 different things that you could do here, because you can push the pile, but you cannot get in front of your runner and pull him. It's one of those 2. It looks like it's on Kelley. It is on Kelley. I think that's what it was, too. I think there was a Comet. Yes, it is.
Aiding the runner on the Comets.
Yep, you can push your runner from behind.
Cannot pull.
You cannot get in front of him and pull him. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down. It'll be 1st down and 12 coming up. It was one of two things. It was either the face mask there or it was going to be that aiding the runner, and that is the call. And with 5:38 and ticking left to go in the second quarter, it's 21-7. Comets lead McAlester. Buffalo's really needing to stop and hopefully another score before the half is over. Smith gets the ball. Pass out, near side, caught by McFarland. McFarland tackle, great tackle by Ethan Watkins, chopping him down at the 42. No gain on the carry, maybe even a loss.
That's what you want to see right there. They're going to go with these screen plays into the flats. You're going to need either your outside linebacker or your safety to roll down. Ethan Watkins was not surprised. He's seen it. He knew what was coming. The big tight end wasn't able to move as quick as a receiver. Chopped him down. Good play by the senior Watkins to sniff that one out.
Watkins coming off of a 9-tackle performance against Glenpool. Also had a pick 6 in that game. Boy, we could use one now. Second down and 13 coming up for the Comets inside their own 45. Two receivers left, tight end right, it looks like. Back to pass to Smith. Looking middle, tossing middle, caught by Rhodes. Rhodes wrapped up by Spears, but first down. Spun for the first down out to the Buffalo 43-yard line. I'll tell you what, Bishop Kelley is very lucky to be able to have guys like Sam Rhodes and Reed Jones. Might have the best duos of H-backs tight ends that you have in all of 5A football. Because you can either go with Rhodes or Jones to really pick your poison for the defense. Ball right between the hash marks. New set of downs for the Comets at the 43. After the pass and go, out to Rhodes. Two receivers left. Here's the snap. Quarterback design run up the middle. Smith tackled. Stood up. Gain of 2. Second down and 8. Wrapped up, rather, then tackled.
Back to the play on the first down, Brandon. Buffalo actually had a chance at a sack and lost his footing in the turf. Like, it was just, he was one-on-one with Stites Smith. And right as he was getting ready to be there, he lost his footing, which if he would have been able to get there and get up in front of him, he could have been a problem to him when he threw that football.
On the first down throw, yeah. So that brings up second down and 8. Ball at the 41. Time just keeps on ticking. McAlester does have 2 timeouts left, but they're at the Buffalo 41, the Comets are with their offense. Trips left, handoff. Hensley sweeping right. Never really found the gap, but he launched himself forward and was able to create some yards. Official man with the tackle looks to be Will Spears, who comes into this game 104 tackles. Pretty solid there for the junior Spears. Third down and a short 5 coming up. I'd say more so 3rd and 4 on the way. And the Comets really burning a lot of time here, trying to leave McAlester with no time left to do anything with the ball offensively at the end of this quarter.
Yeah,
so big third down here.
Yeah, the Comets, they know what they're doing right now. They're just going to burn this clock on them.
3rd and 4. Smith, quarterback keeper, shakes off a tackle, surrounded, and he's pushed backwards by the herd. Man in the backfield first was Zach Rogers, and then you had a whole pile that was able to collapse on him for no gain. 4th down and 5 coming up, and they want to pin McAlester deep. It worked from before. It led to a defensive touchdown by the Comets. And as of right now, it looks like they will bring out their punt team just from their own 37. So a lot of teams, they would consider this 4-down territory, but they're trying to be a little bit safe here.
You have got to not move. Defensive line, no free yards. Stay there until the ball is moved.
2:16 left to go here in the second quarter. There's the snap, a little bit high. Nichols does grab it, and this one is punted away. Get away from it. It'll go and take a perfect Bishop Kelley bounce sideways. Boy, Nichols, like a sharpshooter with that right leg all the way down to the 5-yard line. It looked like is where it skipped out, but they're going to say at the 10. So the Buffaloes will get this ball at their own 10-yard line.
Buffaloes take over from the 11-yard line.
And they have a chance here with 2 timeouts and 2 minutes left in the first half to bring this back within a score. So regardless of how bad the first 13 minutes of football was for the black and gold, they have a chance to be right back in it if they can go down the field and score like they did on their last drive with the assistance of Jordan Clark.
The first 13 minutes of this game, ugly. You could ball it up, throw it away. The last 9 minutes of this quarter, the Buffalo offense and defense have started to find their footing and play Buffalo football and exactly show you, ladies and gentlemen, who they really are.
So 2:03. Can the Buffaloes go on a good drive to end the half? Less now in the gun. Snap. Again, they'll hand it off over to Jordan Clark. Clark bounces out to the 15-yard line, has a little bit of room, past the 20, stays on his feet for a first down out to the 25-yard line. It's like the Comets right now just can't stop it. So Coach Mazie says, why not do it again? Make them stop it.
Yep. Yeah, it's the old saying, dance with who brought you to the prom. Right now, this play right here is bringing the Buffaloes to the prom. Maisie's just going to keep dancing with the old girl right here.
Ball out to the McAlester 25-yard line. Back to the traditional offense, trips left. Watkins on the right side of Les now. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Les now going to go deep. One-on-one. Now it's up for grabs. And that's Jackson Lauerman. Nearly had a fantastic grab. There was some hand fighting. And Lauerman was wanting a pass interference. Does not get it. He nearly came down with that ball, though. Almost a fantastic catch by the senior.
Yeah, right there. Caden Les now just straight three-step drop. Set, got on top of that throw, put it where only his man could get to it in the bread basket.
That was a great throw.
Great throw, put it in the basket, hand fighting. Lauerman still almost came away with it. Sometimes those 50-50 balls, you come down with them, sometimes you don't. Right here, you got to get back to the drawing board, pick up a first down right here, or get close to the sticks.
Break the huddle with 7 to snap it. Once again, trips left. And we're going to have a timeout called by McAlester. So with 1:26, they got to burn a timeout. Left in the second quarter. Comets are beating McAlester 21-7. We'll be back in 30 seconds here.
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to CompassCapitalMGT.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
33-17.
So the Buffaloes have to use a timeout as the play clock was dying down. They had about 4 seconds left on the play clock. They decided to call one of their remaining 2 timeouts. They got one left. So did the Comets with 1:26 remaining in the second quarter. Buffaloes trail Bishop Kelley 21-7. Same formation, though. It looks like trips left. Single receiver far side. Defensive backs are pressing. Watkins on the left side of Les now. Looks like a screen pass design. Les now's in trouble, has to throw it away, and this one close to intentional grounding. Do we have someone in the area, though?
3rd down and 10.
It looked like there was someone in the area, and he got it just back to the line of scrimmage, so 3rd down and 10 coming up. No grounding. 7 seconds went off the clock on that play. And let's see if the Buffs can extend this drive from their own 25. Some late subs. We'll see what they decide to do again. Like I said, they might do the Jordan Clark play again. We're going to come up with a name for that.
They're bringing in Dustin Jacobson, bringing in Malachi Rice, and Jordan Clark right here.
So everyone's looking for number 22. Does he switch it up here and do something different, though? Here's a snap. They will still give it to Jordan Clark. Left side. Clark can't find the gap, though, and this time he's going to be tackled for a gain of only 1. So they tried going with the play that has been hurting the Comets' defense the most on 3rd down and 10. Could not find the gap that time. Jordan Clark is tackled for a gain of only 1, and the Comets want to take a timeout here with 61 seconds left to try to get a timeout before half. They also get the ball to begin the second half, mind you. We'll take another 30-second break and be back here on
For a clean, comfortable room at a great price, it's Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester, both locally owned and operated. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of the 2023 football season. Wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
So now it's the Comets that are able to stop McAllister's offense. Buffaloes are going to have to punt this one away from their own 26-yard line. Now, they got to be careful because Mason McFarland is a fantastic punt returner. I say that. He's not even back deep to return. It's going to be Gavin Nichols back deep to return. But if it was McFarland, according to the Tulsa World, he had 4 returns of greater than 40 yards against Claremore. They're a really good special teams team. All the way back deep to return, though, is Nichols, and he's back at his own 36. Les now, the QB/punter, standing back at his own 16. He gets the ball, Gonna run it right. He's gonna try to go for it. Does he have the legs to get it? To the 30. Spin move. Tackled sideways. He's close to the first down marker, but he's about 2 yards shy. Buffaloes try to go for it on a fake punt on 4th down, and they can't get there, and so it's a turnover on downs from the 33-yard line, and the Comets have a chance to once again go up by 3 scores. They can punch this in. Buffalo defense, though, showed a lot of resiliency on the last drive, looking to do it again. Great field position, though, for the Comets, and that's an understatement. Comets don't have any timeouts, too. Back to pass Smith. Already under pressure. Malachi Rice missed a sack. Smith passes late, finds a man in the flats, caught by McGinnity, and he steps out of bounds inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Boy, Rice nearly had a sack. That would have been a big play. Beat his left tackle. Clock stops as McGinnity gets out of bounds with 46 seconds left. They're going to say the ball's right at the 20-yard line. Left hash. Trips right. Smith gets the ball and will roll it right. Still looking downfield. Still looking. Everything's covered up. Going to try to take it and run. He runs out of bounds.
Ooh.
Hit late. There's the flag.
Yep, that was a late hit.
And in the area, we had Dustin Jacobson and also 5 for Mitchell. So it's against one of those two. And with 38 seconds, this puts the Comets deep into McAlester territory. They're already there. It's a late hit by McAlester, and that'll pin them inside the 10, close to the 5.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
I don't think that's the case.
It's a late hit. They'll put it at the 8, so it's first down and goal. 38 seconds remain here in the first half. Buffaloes in danger of going down 3 scores again here. 21-7 the score. Buffaloes need a big stop to get some momentum to go into the second half. 2 receivers right. Running back right is Hensley. Smith takes the ball. Looking to pass, looking back door. Goes for Rhodes in the end zone. He overthrew him. That only took off 6 seconds. Still 32 seconds left. Second down and goal from the 8 coming up. Buffaloes had that one pretty well covered as well.
Yeah, they're just going to try to go sprint out, backside release with the tight end. Kind of like a slow go. He looked like he was going to run a slant, came back to the corner. Defense, they were able to sniff that one out. They were chasing Smith. When he planned to go backside, he had to get that one on an airmail, or the Buffaloes would have been there.
Smith rolling right again, looking to pass again. Will step up again and try to run it. Past one to a defender, gets down to the 1, tackled at the 1. And they're going to say he was knocked out of bounds, so the clock does stop with 26 seconds left. So we have third down and goal coming up from officially the 2 is where they're going to say he stepped out of bounds. So hopefully McAlester, this is also a thing, you know that Nichols has a great leg. Could have a field goal attempt coming up too. I don't know if you do that with the ball at the 2-yard line right now on 3rd and goal from the 2. Obviously not on 3rd, but if you stop him here on 3rd down. But you still got to stop him. It's hard to do that against Smith. He gets the ball, rolls right. He never was touched. Straight into the end zone, and the Bishop Kelley Comets get back up on the board. They lead McAlester by 20. It's 27-7. And if this is making McAlester feel kind of nervous, I do have a little bit of reassurance for you. If this is 28-7 at the end of the half, it's the same score that McAlester was facing against El Reno in the quarterfinals back in 2020. So again, nothing is too far gone. Nichols on to attempt the PAT to try to make this 28-7. Here's the snap. Hold is good. Kick is on the way, and that is good as well. So it is 28-7. Comets lead McAlester. The Comets do get the ball to begin the second half. 22 seconds remain here in the second quarter here on.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
This Thanksgiving, we want to thank you for allowing us to serve the McAlester area for over 44 years.
Customer satisfaction is our first priority at Fenton Nissan. When you purchase a vehicle with us, we consider you family.
Our owner loyalty managers are focused on establishing a relationship with each customer.
They want to ensure your experience is exceptional.
We're not satisfied until you're satisfied.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
So the Comets are able to score late in the second quarter. 22 seconds remain here in the half. 28-7, Comets lead the Buffaloes. As here's a kick from Nichols. We'll have a dry summary in just a moment. This one will be grabbed inside the 10-yard line by Brandon Smith. Smith waiting for an opening. Cuts it out right side, has a hole. Past the 30-yard line and returns it all the way out. Let's see where they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 34. It's a great return once again by the freshman Smith. And the Buffaloes have 15 seconds. They can either decide to just kneel it down here, or they do have a timeout, maybe go for one shot. We'll see. But we have a drive summary there for the Comets.
That was a 5-play, 38-yard touchdown drive that took 31 seconds off the clock, capped off with that 2-yard run by quarterback Stice Smith, and the PAT was good. That is your drive summary, brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment. They offer a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
So one, maybe two snaps left to go here in quarter number 2. It looks like Lauerman and Lance will be on the left side. Kind of loading up the line. H-back tight end right. It's Rice and I believe that's Jacobson. Watkins on the left side of Les now. Here's a snap. Handoff. Watkins right side. Watkins bobbing and weaving past the 40-yard line. Past the 45. Tackle down there and maybe a timeout. Yep, McAllister's going to use their final timeout. So they're able to get an 11-yard carry by Ethan Watkins to maybe have a chance to do something here with 55 yards to the end zone. We'll keep it here since we're so close to the end of the first half. But we do want to go ahead and thank, once again, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. This video stream, if you're watching it on the video stream, courtesy of them tonight. That's why their logo is in the top left corner for the entirety of the broadcast. Again, if you want to listen to the post-game show, that will be radio only. You can listen on the KNED app. It will be that blue logo, or you can go to McAllisterRadio.com and click on the KNED tab. Also, you can listen the traditional way if you're in the McAlester area at 98.3 FM, 1150 AM. What do you think here? 8.2 seconds left in the half. What does McAlester do?
There's a few things that they could do. They could just kind of nail this one out, go to the half. But that 11-yard run kind of makes me think that they might be trying to air this one out. The Comets are going to go into prevent defense. So maybe a hook and ladder.
Just the one thing you can't do, a defensive score.
Exactly.
Snap. They'll hand it off again. It'll be Watkins right. Still waiting on a hole, nothing there. So he'll be tackled down at the 46-yard line. Maybe Watkins could possibly break one off right there, and they were hoping for that. But he's tackled after a gain of 1, and that will be the end of the first half. So here at Prossa Field in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at halftime, it's McAlester 7 and the Bishop Kelley Comets 28. Stick around for the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, beginning shortly. This is Buffalo Football on KNED.
November at Vickers Furniture can only mean one thing: free turkeys and extra $10,000 giveaway tickets. It's the holiday season, and with friends and family visiting this year, you might want to change and update your dining room, spare bedroom, living room, whatever. Let Vickers Furniture help. Stop by today and check out our Black Friday sale going on now at Vickers Furniture, 215 East Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town, I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a new Ram truck? How about a new Jeep? Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester has your new vehicle at the right price. And right now, new 2024 Ram trucks offer up to $6,500 off MSRP. A new Jeep is 10% off MSRP, excluding Wrangler and Wagoneer. And the new 2023 Ram trucks also 10% off MSRP. You won't find a better deal anywhere. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. We're on the 69 bypass next to the mall.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
The 12th annual Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest is underway. The deer, they're everywhere. And if one gets in the way of your moving vehicle, well, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop can fix it. And don't forget to register for your chance to win cash and prizes during the Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest. We're located at 103 Oklahoma Avenue in McAlester. Call 918-423-3161. That's 423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Waffler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in. Plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Waffler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia Knight Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
Well, it was a rough start for McAlester. Their first 13 minutes of play in quarters 1 and then into 2 are the reason why they're down by such a high deficit right now. They went out to a 21-0 hold. The Buffaloes were able to start to find their footing and play complementary football, and they had a touchdown to bring it back within 21-7. But the Comets used a turnover on downs from McAlester, went for it on a fake punt on 4th down inside their own 25. Les now just 6 feet away from converting to try to continue that drive to pull it back within a score. But again, was a little bit short. Comets take control with about a minute left and a couple of timeouts I think they had remaining too. Were able to go down the field. And actually, no, they had no timeouts. They just burned their final timeout. They were able to go down the field and score with about 20 seconds left in the half. And McAlester finds himself down 28-7. And like I said, the thing that gives McAlester fans hope, one, playoff football, especially first round, has been historically good for McAlester. And 2, they have had some crazy comebacks, including a 28-7 come-from-behind victory against El Reno, which I believe was a district champion, a 5A1 back in 2020. They were able to come back and beat them when they were down by the same score. So, but you've got to be able to play, I'd say, the last 10 minutes of football compared to the first 13 that you had.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, not an ideal start. Not how the doctor drew it up. And you know, you talk about comebacks. You know, even though the game wasn't won, You were down 28-0 at home against Del City earlier this year at half. Outscored them 21-7 in the second half.
And honestly, if you recovered an onside kick, and if you would have scored on that drive, possibly in a situation where you win that game. So it's far from over. So the Buffaloes, but they have to be able to play better disciplined football. I mean, there's 14 out of the 28 points by the Comets on your turnovers, and then the other 7 was because of a short field on a turnover on downs. So if you want to count turnover on downs as your turnovers, that's 21 points off of turnovers, and that's the difference in this game right now. So let's go ahead and look at some of the scoring plays, but first, once again, Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry brings you your halftime show. They have quality-made jewelry and watch batteries. Let's look at the scoring drives. It started off with a fumble on the very first play from scrimmage by McAlester. It was a backwards pass that missed its intended target of Caden Lesnow. It was recovered by the Comets at the 3. 3 plays later, they scored on a Sty Smith run up the middle. Then we had punt. Buffaloes got the ball back at their own 6-yard line. First play from scrimmage on that play was a scoop-and-score touchdown on the fumble by the Buffaloes. Punt again by the Buffaloes. 16-yard touchdown from Hensley. Eli Hensley made it a 21-0 score really quick. 21-0 still actually just the beginning of the second quarter. But the Buffaloes needed a drive, and they got one, and they got it by Jordan Clark. They found a play, him sweeping left. They said, let's change it up. Swept it right, and Clark was able to get into the end zone, and they ended up scoring to make it 21-7. Then the Bishop Kelley Comets punted, so McAlester had a chance to be able to, once again, go down the field and score. Now, great job by one of the key players for the Comets tonight is their special teams, number 26, Evan Nichols. He had a great punt that downed McAlester at the 11-yard line. They were not able to go 89 yards. Turned the ball over on downs on a fake punt. Led to a 2-yard touchdown run by Sty Smith again, which is his second touchdown of the day. And that is where we're at right now at 28-7. So your difference maker for Bishop Kelley and your difference maker for McAlester real quick, Phillip.
I think my difference maker for Bishop Kelley, I'm going to go with quarterback Sty Smith. He's got it done with his arm when he needed to, when they needed to move the football. There late in the second quarter, he's got it done with his legs. So I'm going to go with the general there. And for McAlester, Jordan Clark.
I agree. I know that your line has to be able to create gaps for you, but a lot of the plays that Jordan Clark has been able to make when he's been running the ball, he's been able to shake some defenders out of his shoes. And the touchdown, he had to still beat a guy to get into the end zone. Jordan Clark has had a great game here, sophomore under the lights.
He's winning some one-on-one battles. Obviously, the offensive line's blocking for him, but in order to win, in order to get these first downs and these pickups of 17, 33-yarders, it's going to come with beating guys one-on-one. And that's exactly what Jordan Clark's able to do. He's able to stop on a dime, shift his weight, and get upfield, and that's how he put a touchdown on the board.
Again, the score right now is Bishop Kelley 28 and McAlester 7. We have some scores from around the district and around the, well, not around the district anymore. We're going to look at 5A, the bracket, in our latest update that we had as we were getting all the scores at halftime. We'll look at that as we come up here in just a moment. This is the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, where they have ring sizing and chain repair here on KNED. Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, a large selection to choose from, and they also have free jewelry inspections, so go check them out. Let's go ahead and look at our scores from around the state. Here with our scoreboard update, brought to you by a Little Cab of McAlester. They're open Monday through Sunday, 24 hours a day. When you need to be on time, call a Little Cab of McAlester every time at 918-470-2422. Do you want to start off with 5A and then go to locals, or vice versa?
We'll go 5A first.
All right, so again, these are the latest updates that we have. Elgin leading Piedmont at halftime 14-0. Sapulpa is down to Claremore. Claremore scored a touchdown late in the second quarter. They're up 24-21 on the Chieftains. We have an update.
It is 31-21 Claremore.
So Claremore gets on the board once again, so up by 10 on the Chieftains. Del City taking it to Pryor 27-0 at half. Guthrie beating Lawton Mac 28-13 in the second quarter. Carl Albert 28-7 over El Reno second quarter, last update. Coweta leading Collinsville by 3, last update in the second quarter, 13-10. Bishop McGinnis putting it on Midwest City 28-7. Second quarter, we have an update.
35-7 at half.
35-7. That whoever wins this game between Bishop Kelley and McAlester down right now 28-7. Whoever wins this game will take on the winner of Bishop McGinnis and Midwest City. Obviously, it looks like it's Bishop McGinnis right now, as Midwest City hasn't had a lot to answer for when it comes to the Fighting Irish. So it could be a battle of the bishops next week if McAlester can't come from behind and win. Let's look at some of the local scores.
So first up, we're going to go with Class B, the Quinton Savages, the Kyoto Lions. And the Savages are currently trailing the Kyoto Lions 26-30. The Pawnee Black Bears coming down there into Pittsburgh County, and they are leading the Miners 30-12. The Vian Wolverines are currently leading the Eufaula Ironheads 14-7. And the Holdenville Wolverines currently lead at the half 14-13 over the Purcell Dragons.
All right, that was your scoreboard update. Again, the score in our game, 28-7, Bishop Kelley leading over McAlester. We'll have your stats from the first half and keys to the second coming up here in just a moment. And the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, where they have friendly service, and you can now lay away for Welcome back to the Buffalo Halftime Show, brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, the jewelry you need for every occasion. Again, the score at our halftime right now is 28-7, Bishop Kelley leading McAlester. It's time to go ahead and look at some of our stats from the Best in the Business Stats, Larry Barnett. Gentlemen, do we want to begin with the home team or the visiting team?
Let's go home team, visiting team.
All right, we'll start off with McAlester then. Kason Washington Mazey has had, well, it's not even a pass. That ends up being a fumble there on the backwards pass. So that was the only... I guess is a rush there, it technically is what it goes down in the stat sheet as. Ethan Watkins has had 8 carries for 33 yards. Caden Lesnow has had 5 carries for 29 yards. Jordan Clark has had 8 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. So far, Lesnow is 1 for 4 for 14 yards. Again, there's one drop by McAlester. Carter Lance has had a 14-yard reception. Buffaloes, believe it or not, penalties hurt them in the first quarter. They were really solid in the second quarter of not shooting themselves in the foot. They had, other than the personal foul that they had in the second quarter, but it looked like 33 yards of penalties, but only 4 in the first half. But the problem is Bishop Kelley doesn't give up a lot of penalties unless it's a false start, and that doesn't happen very often either. Did you know that the game between Claremore and Bishop Kelley, Tulsa World reported it, that there were only 3 combined penalties in that game?
It's a disciplined football game.
Yep. McAlester has 137 yards on the ground on 22 attempts for 6.2 yards a rush, 14 passing yards on 4 attempts, excuse me, for 3.5 yards a pass, and 151 yards total, about 5.8 yards a play, which isn't too shabby. Now looking at the Bishop Kelley Comets, what if I told you that McAlester is only 18 yards away from the Comets? It's a 28-7 game, but McAlester is only 18 yards less than Bishop Kelley. That's why I don't want anyone to tell me about, well, look at the yards. No, you look at the score. But look at this. Sty Smith has had 10 carries for 35 yards and 2 touchdowns. You've also had Eli Hensley. He has had 11 carries for 72 yards. Sty Smith throwing the ball. He is 6 of 7 for 72 yards. His guys that he's thrown it to has been Tyler McGinnity. He had 2 catches for 19 yards. Number 45, which is Sam Rhodes, he has had 2 catches for 16 yards. And Mason McFarland has had 2 receptions for 37 yards. Only 3 penalties on the Comets, but instead of 33 that McAlester has in yards, it's only 13 for the Comets right now. 107 rushing yards on 21 attempts, 72 passing yards on 7 attempts, 179 total yards on 28 plays. That's 5.1 yards a rush, over 10 yards a pass at 10.3, 6.4 yards a play. So, Phillip, as we're going to the second half here shortly, what are some keys to the second half for the Black and Gold to get yourself back into this game and possibly win it?
Got to get a stop. Third down. Ooh, that's hot. Whew. Sorry.
You're a little loud right there?
Yeah, that was a little loud. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. This is live TV technical difficulties. But got to get a stop. former head football coach Brian Pratt used to always tell us in the locker room, the most important drive of the game is the first drive of the third quarter. It sets the tone for how the second half is going to be played. You come out, you got to be violent and physical, force the Comets off the field. When you get the ball back, you go and score. Now it's a 2-score game. That is how you're going to get back into this game. You're going to play violent, you're going to play fast, you're going to play smart. Because if you keep putting that Red Ryder carbine action, 22 air bolt action, that Ralphie
if you
wants.
keep shooting yourself in the foot.
If you keep putting it on your foot and you keep cocking it and shooting it, you're going to find yourself sitting at home next Friday night while everybody else is playing football here in 5A. Well, while 8 other teams are playing, you'll be sitting at home. So that's what you got to do. You got to come out, get a stop, go score, and then just start to get on them.
Now, I want to mention one thing. Third quarters have been kind to McAlester this year, very kind. They're outscoring their opposition 88-21. There have only been 3 touchdowns scored on McAlester in the third quarter all year this year. When it comes to the second half, McAlester is outscoring the opposition 147-67. So they are over doubling what the opposition is doing in the second half. So McAlester this season has been a second half team. They're going to need to really be a second half team to be able to come back and eventually win this one if they can pull it off in hostile territory.
Seniors, you got to be vocal right now because you're looking at the clock and these seniors, you're thinking, I only have 24 minutes left to be strapped up beside these guys. Young dudes, those seniors might only have 24 minutes left on this field. It's time for you to start stepping up and show them that you can be a ball player too.
All right, again, Bishop Kelley does get the ball to begin the second half. So, like Phillip said, it's imperative that McAlester starts the second half with a stop to set the tone because you don't want them to go up 4 scores on you. And really that 4-score area is where you look at, okay, that's a pretty wide margin, hard to come back from 4 scores. Yeah. 3 scores is still doable. 4 scores makes it a totally different story. So, big drive coming up defensively for McAlester. Here in about, I'd say, it looks like 2 minutes left in the actual halftime. Then they'll put 2 more minutes, 2 to 3 more minutes for them to warm up. So, we should be back in about 4 minutes here on KNED. And this has been the Buffalo Halftime Show brought to you by Wiley's Bespoke Jewelry, where they have quality-made jewelry and watch batteries. We'll go back to our regular commercials and be back in just a moment here.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a new Ram truck? How about a new Jeep? Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester has your new vehicle at the right price. And right now, new 2024 Ram trucks offer up to $6,500 off MSRP. A new Jeep is 10% off MSRP, excluding Wrangler and Wagoneer. And the new 2023 Ram trucks also 10% off MSRP. You won't find a better deal anywhere. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. We're on the 69 bypass next to the mall.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
The 12th annual Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest is underway. The deer, they're everywhere. And if one gets in the way of your moving vehicle, well, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop can fix it. And don't forget to register for your chance to win cash and prizes during the Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest. We're located at 103 Oklahoma Avenue in McAlester. Call 918-423-3161. That's 423-3161.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Waffler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in, plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Waffler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
Vickers Power Sports reminds you that hunting season is not far off. And right now at Vickers Power Sports, you can get in a brand new Can-Am Defender at fall discount pricing. Vickers has every style and color of Can-Am Defender you can think of. Not only that, they also have every hunting accessory you can think of. Drop by Vickers Power Sports today at 1904 South Main in McAlester, or go to vickerspowersports.com, or call us at 918-423-3306.
So we're about to begin the second half. Again, the video stream, if you're watching tonight, courtesy of Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of McAlester. Thank them for getting us on the video stream here tonight. Also, we're about to have our kickoff to begin the second half. Our kickoff sponsor for the entirety of the 2023 season has been Jet Tire Service. For great deals on Michelin, Uniroyal, Kendo, or Cooper tires, for your car, truck, or SUV, see Jet Tire Service in McAlester, serving Southeast Oklahoma since 1962. Don't fret, jettire.net. And they're playing Don't Stop Believin' by Journey over here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I feel like this is more of a song for McAlester right now. Down 28-7. Bishop Kelley will get the ball to start off the second half. If you're going to make your comeback, it starts with a good defensive drive here.
That's exactly what it's going to start with. You're going to have to come out, 60 guys on that sideline, put your hands on the same rope, start pulling at the same time. One heartbeat. That's exactly what it's going to take, because this right here, this is either 24 minutes for you to come back and play at home in a big game against what could be the Fighting Irish, or this could be the last time that you see guys like Caden Lesnow, Ethan Watkins, Malachi Rice, Zach Rogers be strapped up in a Buffalo uniform.
And what I love to see is the Buffalo faithful that made it out over here along the far side. I have seen more people fill the stands since kickoff than have left, even when things have gotten rough so far. The Buffalo faithful have been supporting McAlester along that far side, led by the pride of McAlester. Like I said, the best in the biz over there. And them blaring their tunes over there along the far side. So thank you to the pride of McAlester for always supporting the McAlester football team. Again, McAlester is down 28-7, and as we mentioned in the halftime show, they are outscoring their opposition in the second half on the season in the second half by 80 points. They're winning the third quarter 88-21. They've only given up 3 touchdowns in the third quarter all season long. They're going to need to be able to be good again here in the third quarter to help propel a possible comeback, down by 3 scores. So Trenton Greer will put the ball in the 40, kicking away for the second time today. The first one was a near recovery around the 30-yard line. Bounced perfectly where it needed to be. Looked like McAlester might have had it, but somehow the Comets were able to get the ball and didn't score on that drive, I don't believe, but still, great kick by Greer. This will be his second one on the day. So the second half is now underway from the right foot of Greer. The senior gets it out to the 21-yard line. This one will be returnable. Working middle and wrapped up at the 30 and dropped there. Guess who's in coverage again? Zane Owens, and we had, it looks like Owen Russell also making the tackle. And so the Comets will start this drive at their own 30-yard line. And as we mentioned, 3 of their touchdowns came off of turnovers, if you include the turnover on down. So 3 of their touchdowns included drives that were within 35 yards, I believe. No, 40 yards, because the other one, I guess, was at the – no, it is 30. It's 35, because that last one was stopped around the 33. Here's the first play of the second half. Eli Hensley sweeping right, more space, tackled as he braces for impact around the 37-yard line. But my point from I'm trying to make here. The Comets have only had to drive down the field, down the field once to score so far today. That's one out of their 4 touchdowns. They lead 28-7. 8-yard gain by Eli Hensley on the carry with 11:30 left to go in the third quarter to bring up 2nd down and 2.
Eli Hensley right there backside picking up a good hard-fought 8 yards. And right there, Buffaloes, they're facing it to 2nd and short. You wanted to put them in 2nd and long there.
Tight end right, 2 receivers left. Here's a snap, handoff Hensley again. Hensley, more space. He's running downhill to the 45-yard line where he gets the first down, and that will move the chains.
First down and 10.
So they're able to work off of the back of Eli Hensley to get to the Bishop Kelley 45-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Comets. Owen Russell will take a breather here. Looks like coming in for him. Well, they're going to go with an extra man. This is going to be a 4-3 defense right here. We have Dustin Jacobson. Actually, he's an outside backer here playing on the other side. In for Owen Russell. 1st down and 10. Snap, handoff. It's Hensley that's met in the backfield. Malachi Rice has his hands all over him, drops him for a loss. Brings up 2nd down and 11.
Good play right there defensively. A lot of times you see these defensive linemen, they start to maybe get tired. They start standing up, and they let the contact get initiated on them. Right there, Jaden Shumway, he looked like a battering ram coming at that nose tackle position. Malachi Rice as well, and that's just exactly what you wanted to do, push that Comet offense right back in the backfield into Hensley's lap.
2nd down and 11, 10-11 remaining in the third quarter. Again, it's a 28-7 lead for the Comets. Buffaloes did what they wanted to do there on that 1st down, drove them backwards behind the chains. 3 to snap it. Smith gets the ball, hands it off. Hensley trying to find a right side, and it's Dustin Jacobson met him first, and then here comes the cavalry. Will Spears finishing the job, and we have a gain of 1 to bring up 3rd down and 10. So, ball back to the 45-yard line.
Right there, they're just going to go H-back. Jacobson, he's going to kind of apex over the tackle. They're going to bring that receiver out. Chapman rolled out, and they're just going to try to run right off that H-back. Buffalo sniffed it out. Good play. They only picked up 1. They lost 1, then they picked it back up. It's 3rd and 10.
McGinnity had a big catch in a similar situation. Smith back to pass. Has a clean pocket. Throws over the middle. It is high. Did he bring it down?
He did.
Did he control it down to the turf? It looks like he did. Buffaloes are trying to say it hit the turf, but it's McFarland who comes up with the catch, a contested catch, down inside the Buffalo 40-yard line, and he's limping off the field too. So Mason McFarland makes the catch. They're going to say he controlled it down to the turf at the 37-yard line, and he'll come off the field with the limp. He'll sit on the bench over here along the near side, and moving the chains on a huge 3rd down conversion are the Comets. And this drive will continue.
That was the one you wanted to get off the field. Good play there by Mason McFarland to go up there, high point that ball, and bring it down.
1st and 10. Handoff Hensley. Hensley has nowhere to go. Maybe got a gain of 3 feet, which for you math wizards is a yard. 8:37 remaining in the third quarter. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Comets lead McAlester 28-7 for those on radio.
Right now, Buffalo defense, they're saying, okay, Ty Smith, if you want to beat us with the arm. Right now, they're hitting Hensley right around the line of scrimmage. They're starting to get physical on this offensive line. That's why they love bringing those 2 tight end sets, getting heavy, because they want to deliver some punishment to the defense. Right now, this defensive line's punishing them when they're trying to run the football.
The only problem is Smith is 6 of 7 through the air right now. In the gun, handoff again, Hensley sweeping right, and we have a great tackle by Owen Russell working off of his block. He meets Hensley at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the carry. That's a great play by the outside backer, Owen Russell. He was being held. He shook off the hold and was able to tackle him down, and I think he might. Yeah, he got back over there. I'm looking over at the near side where the Comets are going over what play they want to run here on 3rd down and 9. Great play by the senior.
Yeah, Owen Russell was being held, but also Jaden Shumway got held in the backfield. He actually got pulled to the ground, but the Buffaloes were able to keep him of a no gain.
3rd and 9, another big play on 3rd down. Smith steps up. Has to try to run it. Bounces it out back left. Under pressure again. One-on-one chance. And they tackle him. Will Spears came in and laid the boom. Gain of only 3. And we have 4th down and about 6 coming up from the 33-yard line. And we have a downed Comet. It is Ty Smith. Will Spears delivered punishment at the 33-yard line. And Smith is down. So we will take an injury timeout and be back here in just a moment, give an update on the senior quarterback for the Comets here on
Integrity Portable Buildings and Steel Structures is your place to buy your next cabin, barn, shed, studio home, carport, RV cover, garage, playset, and more. They have many different displays on the lot, and you can rent to own and no credit checks. They're locally owned and operated and serve all of Southeast Oklahoma with integrity. Open 6 days a week at 1407 South Georgia 9 Expressway, next to the Stockyards in McAlester. Call them at 918-558-8205.
So great news there as Sty Smith is able to get off the field on his own power and didn't need any help at all. Again, unless it's an upper body thing that he's going through right now, it looks like he'll be able to play in this game later on and when his offense gets back on the field. But again, didn't want to see anything injury right there to Sty Smith, so it's great to see him get off the field. The Comets will punt this one away, trying to once again to pin McAlester deep. They almost got to a block. There's a spiraling punt that takes a bounce and gets into the end zone. The Comets played it pretty well, but again, it's almost impossible to see where a ball is going to bounce and what direction it's going to take on punts. It's almost like a knuckleball. You don't know where it's going to go, and that one, fortunately for McAlester, is not retrieved by the Comets, gets into the end zone, and the Buffaloes start this drive at their own 20-yard line. Good news for the Comets, you took 5 minutes off the clock, and time is now against McAlester. But the good news for the Buffaloes, they hold, they don't give any points to the Comets, and they have a chance to bring this back within 2 scores if they can go down the field here. It's a ball at their own 20-yard line, moving it right to left across your radio dial and your TV screen or your phone screen, however you're watching here tonight. It'll be trips left to start off this drive. Looks like tight ends on each side of the line. On the right side of the line. Here we go. Quarterback design run by Caden Lesnow. He's got nowhere to go. He shakes off a tackle, though, and he's still on his feet down the far sideline. And then he's pushed out late. There's the flag. We have a couple of flags coming in. This will be 15 yards on top of the late push to Caden Lesnow, who is well out of bounds in the McAlester bench. And that first down is going to be brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or rural home, 918-284-1233. So 15 yards from the spot of the foul should put McAlester at the 40-yard line. And credit to Caden Lesnow. Could have been tackled for a loss in that play. Was able to shake off some tackles, get it to a gain of 5, and then eventually led to that personal foul by the Comets.
Essentially, it's a 20-yard pickup on the ground by Caden Lesnow. That's a good play, though. And like you said, Brandon, you've seen Caden Lesnow's jersey getting pulled by the Bishop Kelley defense. He was just able to get away from him, go pick up a hard 5, and then the late hit picks up 20 altogether.
Same formation, trips left here for Lesnow's offense. Man in motion, it's Ethan Watkins. They'll pass it out near side over to Watkins. Watkins trying to get a block downfield. He does get it, and he gets out to the 50 near the first down marker. And they're going to say he spun past the first down marker for a gain of 11 there for the Buffs, out to the Bishop Kelley 49-yard line. That looked a lot similar to what they wanted to do in the very first play of the game that went for a fumble. As it was in motion, Ethan Watkins from the left to the right side, then went back like it was a screen, and then was able to use his wide receivers. Good blocking on the outside, too, but it looked like Lance and Lauerman to be able to give McAlester some yards there. Watkins, possibly same play. No, now it's going to be Lesnow running it right side on first down, pushing Kelley defenders out to the 45-yard line for a gain of 4 to bring up a second down and 6. Good run on first down.
Right here, they're seeing something they like. They're trying to stretch this field. Get this defensive front who loves to rely on speed and strength, physicality with that 4-man front. Get them running laterally. Get those big guys doing it just like they were doing y'all.
Again, this is that formation that Jordan Clark has strived in. They're going to give it to Clark again. Clark once again has a hole. One man to beat down the far sideline at the 30. Shook off a defender down to the 22, and he's tackled down around there. Jordan Clark has been living out of this formation that has been new to McAlster's offense this week. They have not ran it at all this season. I haven't seen Coach Mazey run it in his 5 years at McAlester, but it is a bread and butter play tonight for the McAlester offense.
That's a pickup of 25 yards right there.
And they're lining up again. Similar formation. Here's the snap. This time it's going to be Jordan Clark rushing it left. Clark off the outside. And he'll be tackled, a great tackle inside the red zone by, looks like, number 2, Gavin Nichols. Sophomore taking down the sophomore back at the 16-yard line. Into the red zone, though. That's brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays and offers a 50-50 split. So the Buffaloes, the first time in the red zone today for them. Their touchdown came on a 33-yard run?
33-yard scamper by him.
This is the first time they've entered the red zone. Got to come away with points here. 28-7's the score. McAlester is down here at Prosa Field. Plenty of time to snap it. 4:48 remaining in the third quarter. They're going to put two receivers and stack them all the way towards the far sideline. Lesnow's got the ball. He'll hand it off over to Watkins. Watkins still like a pinball, keeps on bouncing, and he gets good yardage out to about the 13-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 2 coming up. And we might see Dozer for the first time tonight as Lesnow will come off the field. And then he comes right back over towards the huddle. So might be a situation where they run up to the line, do that sugar rush. And they will. 3rd and 2 coming up. First time sugar rush tonight. Lesnow under center. Gets the ball. Pop pass wide open over the middle. Malachi Rice. The senior hauls it in. And the Buffaloes bring it back within a couple of scores. 4:06 left to go in the third quarter. That reminded me of Cam Newton. You remember that? Oh, you've been watching film too? That's cool. Watch this. He finds Malachi Rice on the streak, down the seam, touchdown Buffaloes. And this to try to make it a 14-point game. I think everyone was expecting on 3rd and short, grab it, work it right, work it middle. I mean, Rice had no one around him. Here's the kick from Greer. It is good, and it is 28-14. Buffaloes, they score and bring it back within 2 scores. 4:06 left to go in the third quarter here on
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
Hey there, football fans. Are you ready for the ultimate game day experience? Kennedy Eye Care is your ticket to a crystal clear view of every heart-pounding moment. We're your local vision care MVPs, helping you score big with comprehensive exams, top eyewear brands like Oakley and Ray-Ban, and cutting-edge lens enhancements to help you not just watch the game, but experience it. Whether you're a player or a passionate fan, don't let poor vision sideline you. Give Kennedy Eye Care a call today at 918-429-1400.
4:06 remaining in the third quarter. McAlester continues to have great success in quarter number 3 as Greer will kick this one away. We'll have a drive summary for you here in a bit. This one will be recovered at the 21-yard line, and returning it looks to be Nichols again. He takes it out past the 30-yard line, down to around the 33, and that's where the Comets start this drive. McAlester now against their opponents in the third quarter, 95-21. It's right now 28-14. McAlester down by 2 scores. 4 minutes left to go in the third. We've got a drive summary for the Buffaloes.
That was a 7-play, 80-yard touchdown drive that took 2 minutes, 54 seconds off the clock. Capped off with a 13-yard touchdown pass from senior Caden Lesnow to senior Malachi Rice. The point after was successful. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offers a wide range of services.
Smith will take it himself up the middle, and he's going to be tackled down shy of the 35-yard line for a gain of about 2. And like I said, great sight to see Ty Smith. Again, he went straight down and stayed on the turf for a little bit, about 20 to 25 seconds on the last play before they punted it away around the 37, 35-yard line. So great to see Smith, the senior quarterback, out there for the Comets once more. And the very first play takes up the middle for a gain of 3 is what they're going to call it. 2nd down and 7 coming up with 3:31 remaining in the third quarter in a 28-14 ball game. Comets lead. Screen pass near side caught by McFarland. He's also was shaken up earlier. He makes the catch and takes it up to about the 43, 44-yard line. Looks to be enough for a first down, and it is. Needed 7, got 8. And McFarland, his last catch they had, extended the Bishop Kelley drive on their last drive. It was kind of hopping off the field, but he is back in once again for the Comets.
Right there, they went with that hot route over there, and it was Owen Russell got in the backfield, got his hand up, almost knocked that ball down, just barely missed it.
Tad too late. 1st and 10 from the 44. Hensley has to push it out right, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Tried to walk on the tightrope down the near sideline. say he stepped out at the 48. That'd be gain of 4. So you've been kind of seeing something, and it's been on a lot of the sweeps that they have gone to Hensley so far as where you saw possible holds. Where are you looking at that at?
Yeah, right there, that H-back tight end roll right there, Owen Russell's going to roll up into the field, and they're just kind of bear hugging him. He's getting upfield, and they're just grabbing him, turning, sealing that edge, and then Hensley's able to come right off tackle right there. That's where about the majority of them are getting not getting called at.
Here's a snap. It's a design screen. Smith is taking up the middle, and he takes a shot high. Tackled down at the 49-yard line. That definitely didn't feel good. Will Spears in the area, so was Pfeiffer Mitchell, your 2 inside linebackers.
Young man's a gamer. He gets right back up, and he's going into the huddle like, all right, dial something else up. Like a normal human being would take a hit like that and be like, I got to lay here for a second. Stice Smith, knowing what's at stake, kid gets up. Mad props, man. He's a gamer.
And going back to the play before that, the reason why they're not calling a lot of holds are also Bishop Kelley doing a good job keeping those elbows inside.
Exactly.
So 3rd and 3 coming up for the Comets. Here's the snap. Handoff Hensley, left side, first down. He'll get it out to the Buffalo 45. Got it by a couple of yards, and that will move the chains.
Hensley on the carry for another.
Once again, time is not on McAllister's side. They're down 28-14. Ball is going to be just on the very edge of that K of the BK logo at midfield. Into McAllister territory, the Comets go again.
If you can get in there, if you can get your hands on Hensley or Stice Smith, whoever has the football, try to punch at that football. Try to get a cough up right here.
Trips right. Here's a snap. Hand off. Hensley sweeping right again. This time, Buffaloes guarded it well, coming in late. I believe it was a safety. I think that's Ethan Watkins who ended up making the tackle. We also had Owen Russell once again in that area. They clogged up the gaps, and there was a gain of 3, and we have a official's timeout. And Hensley's got to come out. Hensley's pointing at himself like, was it me? I don't think he's bleeding. I think there might be an equipment issue here because he's pulling out his helmet here.
He didn't lose his helmet either.
Yeah, he didn't lose his helmet, so.
They're not doctoring up any blood, so.
Yeah, it might be an equipment thing.
I'll try to keep an eye on it here on the sideline.
All right, so we have 2nd down and 7 coming up.
Oh, they're doctoring up. The helmet just came off.
All right, here's the snap over to Smith. Smith, quick pass near side caught by McFarland. McFarland spins off for one tackle. Now he's going to be pushed sideways after another gain of about 5. We have 3rd and 2 coming up.
Pass complete to McFarland.
In on the tackle is Owen Russell. Again, he's been all over the place. And Eli Chapman there, too.
3rd and 2.
We have 46 seconds left to go in the third. The Comets have slowed things down immensely here in quarter number 3. They burned off 5 minutes off the clock, and they didn't score. And then now they burned close to 5 minutes off the clock again.
4 minutes.
3rd and 2. Snap, design run. Smith up the gut. Has to lower his shoulder. He had to get to the 35. It's going to be close. The ball came out, but they're going to whistle him dead first.
Stice with the carry.
It is close, depending on the spot.
Officials timeout.
Bishop Kelley thinks they have it. I haven't seen McAllister think that they don't, and they did get it.
1st down and 10.
So they'll run the clock 21 seconds, and that will more than likely be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Comets have been trying to just kill as much time as they can here.
They're going to take this one to the 4th quarter.
And we'll put those fours up in the air, Buff fans. It's 28-14. McAllister wins the 3rd quarter. They'll need to win the 4th by 2 scores to try to send this to overtime, 3 to possibly win it and get to the quarterfinals. Can McAllister do it? We're about to find out. You're listening to McAlester Football here.
I know, the grass has stopped growing, and you're pretty sure you don't need a new lawnmower right now. But the grass is always greener on the other side of summer. At KC Farm Machinery in McAllister, the Gravely Zero-Turn Mower Sale is on. We carry Gravely Zero Turns from 42 to 72-inch cuts, all of which have been hugely discounted. Get your best deal now on all our Gravely Zero-Turn models. Your local independent Gravely dealer in McAllister is KC Farm Machinery, right next to the McAllister Union Stockyards.
Get ready for a winning combination this football season. Just as your team brings the heat on the field, our HVAC experts bring you unbeatable comfort at home. Touchdown with us for reliable HVAC solutions. Score big with our exclusive installation offer using keyword Football. Call now and let us keep you in the game. Don't despair. Call Freeze and Flare at 918-424-7135. We are licensed, bonded, and insured.
We begin the fourth quarter. Make or break time for the Buffaloes. They're down 28-14. 12 minutes are on the clock, and the Comets have the ball at the Buffalo 35. First down and 10. Now moving it right to left. Sty Smith in the gun gets the ball, looking to pass, trying to go deep. That's covered up. He's chopped down for the sack, and it's Zach Rogers. Loss of 3 on the sack.
Brought down behind the line for a loss of 3.
That is Rogers' third sack of the season, coming off of a career-high 7 tackles last week against the Glenpool Warriors. Second down and 13 coming up.
Right there, Sty Smith takes that snap, automatically just stares left, wanting to go to his receiver. That allows the safety and the cornerback both to get there on him. It's called a zone sack on the back end. He has to hold that ball, pull it down. Zach Rogers did not stop working.
Hand off, Eli Hensley. Hensley stopped by the linebackers, got through the defensive lineman, but there were, once again, Pfeiffer Mitchell, it looked like, to come in to make the tackle. So this is where you want to be. Third down and behind the sticks. Third down and 12 coming up. You got to be able to stop him on this play here.
Yep. I know there's 11 minutes left to go in the ball game. This play right here kind of feels like it's going to tell how the game's going to go.
But we only had 2 complete drives in the third quarter.
Exactly.
Yep.
Only 2 complete drives, so you don't know how many chances you're going to get to score again.
And you got to get a stop right here. This is a big third down. Got to get off the field. The Comets, they're going to ice this one. We're at 10 seconds on the play clock.
They might call a timeout here. 9 seconds, 8. They're going to call a timeout. We'll take it. About 10:30 left to go in the game. Buffaloes trail 28-14 here on K.
At Compass Capital Management, our unique process, the Life Plan Solution, will be the guide to you reaching your retirement goals and realizing your dreams. Go to CompassCapitalMGT.com. Registered principal securities offered through Cambridge Investment Research Incorporated, a broker-dealer, member FINRA, SIPC. Jimmy J. Williams is an investment advisor representative of Compass Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Cambridge and Compass Capital Management, LLC are not affiliated. 321 South 3rd, Suite 4, McAlester, Oklahoma, 74501.
Information about UTLC.
Once again, as we're here in the fourth quarter, we would like to thank Patriot, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram bringing you this video stream tonight if you're watching that way. Again, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors throughout the entire season. We will thank them later on tonight for putting us on the air all season long. But again, here in the 5A playoffs first round, it's 28-14. The Comets leading the McAlester Buffaloes. Big third down and 12 coming up for the Comets. 2 receivers each side. Comets burned a timeout. McAlester has 3 left. Comets have 2. From the Buffalo, looks to be 37-yard line. Smith in the gun with Hensley to his left. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Stepping up is Smith. He's in trouble. He's going to be sacked again. And we got a flag coming down, but expect this to be a hold. And who is it again? It's Zach Rogers.
Zach and Jaden get up there celebrating. Zach's wondering.
Will Spears there too.
They're going to decline it.
The Buffaloes came in and got the sack. Zach Rogers with the pressure twice in that set of downs.
4th down.
And the Buffaloes have momentum on their side. They have gotten 2 stops now on the Comets. Clock has stopped with 10:29 remaining in the game, but there has not been a timeout used by McAlester. It's because of the penalty that the clock has stopped for the moment.
And now
it will restart. Comets lead McAlester 28-14. Buffaloes could score here and be down by 1 score, possibly, after trailing 28-7 at half. Nichols standing back on the interlocking BK. Grabs the ball. Punts this one away. Another high punt that will bounce at the 20. Takes a Bishop Kelley bounce inside the 15. And will be downed inside the 10. All the way down to about the 7. And McAllister's going to have to go on another long drive here. We'd like to thank our sponsors this season: Fitton Nissan, The Bank & A, McAlester Pepsi, Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford, First Realty, Vickers Furniture, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop, Vickers Power Sports, WE Offer Propane, Best Western American, Integrity Portable and Metal Buildings, KC Farm Machinery, Kennedy Eye Care, Freeze and Flare Heat and Air, and Compass Capital Management. Well, are y'all still with us? Let us know on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Let me hear you, Buff Nation. Fourth quarter, Buffaloes have a chance to bring it back within a score. Jason Amos checking back in from Louisiana, Natchitoches, Louisiana. Proud uncle of number 10, Ethan Watkins. Buffaloes starting this drive at their own 8-yard line. On their right hash, looks to be Malachi Rice tight end right. It'll be Noah Leonardo, H-back left. 2 receivers left side. Here's the snap. Hand off. No, it's going to be a wheel route passing down the near sideline. Wide open is Ethan Watkins to the 30-yard line, and he's tackled. Great grab by number 21 of the Comets. 31, rather, Isaac Oliphant. And they went with that wheel route to try to get a quick score, and they found Ethan Watkins wide open. That first down brought to you by Sean Wilkerson with Whitetail Properties. When you're looking to sell your ranch, timber, recreational land, or rural home, call 918-284-1233. If it wasn't by a great tackle by the sophomore Oliphant, Watkins has some space to be able to make more happen with that. Low snap, Les now grabs it, rolls out left, passes. It's going to be a little off target. Still hit the hands of Braden Bumpus, so it'll be incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Kind of thrown behind him there on that out route that went about 4 yards. So 2nd down and 10 coming up.
Yeah, they're trying to work some tempo, trying to work towards the sideline so they don't got to use timeouts. Now here we go. We're going to bring out this heavy set. Jacobson, Pfeiffer, looks like Gavin Mason. Here comes Malachi. Dozer.
So Dozer package here with Watkins. Snap. Going to pass it wide open as Carter lands on the far side. He caught it. He's got one man to beat for a touchdown. To the 35. He's holding on to the ball. Spun forward down to the Bishop Kelley 30. We're pulling out all the stops here in the fourth quarter of this first round. 9:19 left to go in the game. McAlester works it down to the 30. Lickety split. They hit Carter Lance along the far side on Dozer. Just hit in front of his bench. And Ethan Watkins with the pass all the way down to the 30. Caden Less now back in the gun. It'll be 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end left is Zach Rogers. Watkins will move to the left side. Now back to the right of Less now. Plenty of time to snap it. Here is the snap. Design quarterback run left side. There's the gap. Caden Less now far sideline. Pushed out of bounds. Good gain again. Late flag coming in. Well out of bounds was Less now, and we have a flag thrown in around the 22-yard line. It's hands to the face. We got hands to the face on Bishop Kelley.
Face mask against the Comets.
So it's an 8-yard pickup, 7-yard pickup, plus half a distance to the goal, meaning we're at the 24-yard line.
We're back into the red zone. This red zone alert brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. They accept consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays and offers a 50-50 split. So they'll put him at the 12-yard line. McAllister's knocking on the door. It's 8:48 left to go. 28-14. Back into the red zone goes McAlester. Again, coming into this game, outscoring opponents in the second half by 80 this year. Down by 2 scores right now, trying to bring it back to a score game. Here's the snap. Hand off, Ethan Watkins left side. There's daylight. He gets into the end zone.
And carries good for a Buffalo touchdown.
Don't look now. The black and gold are showing Buffalo magic here in T-Town. And it is officially a 1-score game. It was 28-7. And they are a PAT away from making it 28-21. Trenton Greer on to attempt the PAT. Caden Less now the holder. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. It is a 7-point game, 8 minutes and 30 seconds left. Strap in, folks. We're in for a crazy final 8.5.
For a clean, comfortable room at a great price, it's Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester, both locally owned and operated. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of the 2023 football season. Wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Well, Halloween was just a moment ago, but 1, 2, the Buffs are coming for you. 3, 4, they're knocking on the door. It's 28-21. Buffs down by just a score after being down 28-7 at halftime. They will do a little short kick trying to find some open space. It'll bounce, and it'll be taken out of bounds around the 32. So Comets will start this drive inside their own 35. Phillip, we have a drive summary that put McAlester back within 7.
That was a 6-play, 92-yard touchdown drive that took 1 minute and 30 seconds off the clock, capped off with that 12-yard run by senior Ethan Watkins. That is your drive summary brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment that offer a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
My brother Cameron listening saying, Buffs up, let's go. Trips left, it's 28-21. McAlester down by a score. Here's the snap. Hensley trying to sweep it left. Hensley stopped and tackled at the 35 for a gain of only 2. Again, the Comets right now are in burn the clock mode. They have been that way in the second half. But remember, only one of their touchdowns, one of their 4, they actually went the length of the field down to the field to score. They have had a touchdown that on a drive that started at the Buffalo 3 after a turnover by McAlester, a scoop and score. They had the long touchdown drive.
And then one that started on the Buffalo 33.
So McAllister's believing in their defense once more. It's won them multiple games in the past, trying to do it again. Snap, handoff Hensley. This time more of a gap. Missed a tackle, and there'll be a tackle after a gain near the first down marker. Looks like enough for the first down as they get it out to the 43.
And that's enough for Bishop Kelley.
I think that was Ethan Watkins who was coming with a head full of steam for Hensley, but he just missed on the tackle, gave him an extra 5 yards.
Yeah, right. And also, he got behind his offensive lineman. Getting up there, he's hesitated, waited for that offensive lineman to get there. Boom, push him in the back, get a burst. And that right there is exactly what the Comets needed. Let this one milk it down. They're going to swap some guys around in and out of the huddle. Probably not going to snap this one until about 2 seconds on the clock.
By the way, Buffs do have all 3 timeouts remaining. Smith, quarterback run. There's a flag here. Then there'll be a tackle after Smith lunges forward to around the 48-yard line. This is either going to be offsides or it's going to be illegal motion.
Illegal motion.
So this is what you wanted here, again, for McAlester. Illegal motion will lead to a 1st and 15. Now that you have them behind the sticks, you can't let them get a first down on this set of downs. This is what you're gifted here. Again, Bishop Kelley does not – they don't have a lot of penalties thrown on them. They're a pretty disciplined football team, so when they do make mistakes, you've got to be able to capitalize on them like they were able to do to you in the first half.
Exactly. And right now, McAlester, this was a gift. Now you just got to gamble because Bishop Kelley backed this one up. Don't give them first down and let them ice this one away.
Snap on first down, back to pass. Smith going deep, he's got a foot, and now we got a catch after he got off on Pemberton down the far sideline inside the 10. Comets strike back. There was a little bit of a collision as the ball was up in the air. Pemberton slipped, and wide open was Tyler McGinnity for a long touchdown to make it 34-21. And all that momentum has gone back over here to the Bishop Kelley side on the near side. And the Buffs are back down by 2 scores. But again, it's 6:39 left to go in the game. McAlester was able to go down the field in just 2:54 on their last drive to score. And they still have all 3 timeouts. But the Comets with a key touchdown here to be able to go back up, possibly 14 if they can get the PAT. Evan Nichols trying to make this a 14-point game again. Snap is bobbled. It goes behind him. It's a fight for it, and rolling on top of it is Carter Lance. But that could be huge later. 6:39 left to go in the game. PAT is unsuccessful, and we have a flag coming in too. There's going to be a flag on Bishop Kelley that'll be on the kickoff. That'll be coming up in just a moment. 34-21, Bishop Kelley leading McAlester here on
This Thanksgiving, we want to thank you for allowing us to serve the McAlester area for over 44 years.
Customer satisfaction is our first priority at Fenton Nissan. When you purchase a vehicle with us, we consider you family.
Our owner loyalty managers are focused on establishing a relationship with each customer.
They want to ensure your experience is exceptional.
We're not satisfied until you're satisfied.
Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya.
Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at FentonNissan.com.
November at Vickers Furniture can only mean one thing: free turkeys and extra $10,000 giveaway tickets. It's the holiday season, and with friends and family visiting this year, you might want to change and update your dining room, spare bedroom, living room, whatever. Let Vickers Furniture help. Stop by today and check out our Black Friday sale going on now at Vickers Furniture, 215 East Wyandotte, McAlester.
Vickers Furniture, we're right here with you.
So the goal was unsportsmanlike conduct against the Comets. It's a 15-yard penalty, and the Comets will kick off from the 25-yard line.
So the official, if you're watching on the video stream, he signaled it a penalty on McAlester, but I think he just pointed the wrong way here. It'll be on Bishop Kelley, so now they're kicking it off from their own 25. So McAlester could get great field position here, as it'll be Mitchell's kicking it off after a bobbled snap on the PAT attempt has made this a 13-point game, 34-21. That's all that Bishop Kelley needed was one missed PAT to be able to beat Claremore earlier in a come-from-behind fashion with similar time left. Can the Buffaloes do it here? Mitchell's has got quite a leg, though. This one's going to be grabbed at the 20-yard line. It'll be Stephen Gregg, far side. Stephen Gregg knocks sideways, but good field position to start off around the 41-yard line. We have a drive summary and a big strike from Sty Smith to Tyler McGinnity.
That was a three-play, 67-yard touchdown drive that took 1 minute, 49 seconds off the clock. It was capped off with that 62-yard strike from Smith to McGinnity, and the point after was unsuccessful. That is your drive summary, brought to you by Bishop's Funeral Service. They are a full-service establishment. They offer a wide range of services, and they love our McAlester Buffaloes.
Now, you don't have to work really fast here, but also you don't want to take too much time off the clock because you are down by 2 scores. You have all 3 timeouts remaining. If you can score in about 2 to 3 minutes, you still feel good about your chances of maybe getting back and tying or winning the game. Out in motions, Jordan Clark, quarterback run. Caden Less now weaving through defenders, getting to the 50, drug one Comet all the way to the 50-yard line. He's a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd down and 1 coming up for the Buffaloes.
That's that bread and butter. That's what McAlester loves to do. They liked to do it with Trent Boatwright a few years ago. These last 2 years, they've loved to do it with Caden Less now. Get them running backs to flare out like you're going to go with the RB flare and run counter backside. Good play right there.
2nd and 1. Snap. Less now will hand it off over to Clark. Clark stood up, but he's pushing forward for the first down out into BK territory, and that will stop the clock for the moment while they move the chains. 5:57, and the clock will restart. Again, a 2-minute drive. You want to be able to score, I'd say, with about feeling good with about 3 minutes left in the game, with all 3 of your timeouts left. Trips right. Less now. Once again, hand it off. No, keep it himself, right side. Trying to get the corner to the 45. Shook off one defender and goes out of bounds. That will stop the clock here for the Buffs at the 43 with 5:32 left. So ran all the way from the far hash to the near sideline for a gain of 6. 2nd down and 4 coming up. Make it 2nd down and 5. That one for that first down marker right between the 39 and 40.
Nice read option. They're going to block. They're going to block running back zone, halfback zone there. And Caden West now he pulled it, picks up 5 yards right there on the back end of that read option.
Watch Clark right side of the line here. There's this play they like to run. Hand off over to Jordan Clark. Clark left side, cuts it up the field, pushing his way to the 40. I think he might be just a little shy. They're still pushing, though. He's got the first down. Stood up for a second, but then was able to keep on going out to the 36-yard line. Again, he'll stop the clock while they move the chains with 5:21 left. Clock restarts.
Official timeout. Timeout McAlester.
So the Buffaloes are going to use one of their 3 timeouts here. 5:17 left to go in the game. 34-21 Buffaloes down here on K.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned. because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Need a new Ram truck? How about a new Jeep? Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester has your new vehicle at the right price. And right now, new 2024 Ram trucks offer up to $6,500 off MSRP. A new Jeep is 10% off MSRP, excluding Wrangler and Wagoneer. And the new 2023 Ram trucks also 10% off MSRP. You won't find a better deal anywhere. Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. We're on the 69 bypass next to the mall.
So coming out of the timeout, McAlester has 2 left here, down by 13. Here's a snap. Trick play. Caden Less now rolling right, passing for Malachi Rice. It's caught, and he walks the tightrope down near the red zone as Malachi Rice went up and got it at the 20-yard line, and the Buffaloes moved the chains again and stopped the clock with 5:10 left to go. So once again into the red zone, McAlster's offense has been a well-oiled machine here in the second half. They are down 34-21. They do have 2 timeouts left. And they have the ball right on the edge of the red zone, which is brought to you by McAlester Clothing Consignment. Offers consignments Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, and offers a 50-50 split. So 2 receivers each side. Les now in the gun with his H-back left, or rather running back left. Les now looking end zone, tossing up for grabs. It's picked off. Threw it into double coverage. He was looking for Carter Lance. And Gavin Nichols makes the interception in the end zone. And unless McAlester can really pull out some Buffalo magic, that might be a nail in a coffin. Had some time, looked over the middle of the field, and playing it well was the secondary of the Comets. And again, Gavin Nichols with the interception. And the Comets are sitting pretty here with 5:03 remaining in the game. Still 2 timeouts left for McAlester. 34-21 the score. Trips right. Sty Smith will get the ball, hand it off over to Hensley. Hensley working right, evades a tackle in the backfield, but can't get around that one. Down at the 16-yard line for a loss of almost 4.
By Hensley for a loss of 3.
Second down and long coming up.
Good play there by the Buffalo defensive line, just getting back there, getting in, just getting engaged back there, and making Hensley uncomfortable.
Again, Comets in the business right now of running down time. They've been doing it for a lot of the second half, and with the exception of one big strike, they have been just mainly running the ball. And then the one time that they decided to drop back and pass it a couple of times in a set of downs, McAlester sacked Smith twice. Need some more negative plays here from the McAlester defense against their offense. Hensley trying to sweep it left. Again, tackled quickly. First person there, I'm looking around the right edge.
Timeout McAlester.
Timeout McAlester.
And that on the tackle, I think that's Jaden Shumway that came in and made the tackle. So with 4:08 left to go in the game, 34-21, McAlester has 1 timeout left. We'll take a break and be back here.
McAlester Pepsi is family owned and operated for more than 80 years. We take great pride in what we do. McAlester Pepsi supports local athletes, schools, churches, and community events for generations. Our legacy continues with you. Whether we're talking about faith, family, friends, or football, we are honored to be your total beverage provider. From our family to yours, life is just better with Pepsi. Visit us at McAllisterPepsi.com.
So the Buffs trying to strategically use their timeouts here. They understand they have a 3rd down and very long coming up, 3rd and 13. So they use a timeout here to try to be able to stop them on 3rd down. Now, if the Comets convert here, Buffaloes are in a world of trouble. They're down 34-21, 4:08 remaining in the game. Sty Smith has 2 receivers to his left. They'll decide to try to pass it. Smith looking near side, tosses near side. It's caught. But he's out of bounds before he can get to the 1st down marker. Had to get to the 30, and McFarland steps out of bounds too.
Saves McAlester a timeout. Their last timeout.
So 4th down and 3 coming up for the Comets.
4th and 3.
And McFarland steps out of bounds to give McAlester some much-needed time.
Well, Brandon, I don't know if you remember back in El Reno, there was some
horrible clock management by the El Reno Indians.
I was going to be a little more generous, but
no, that's the case. It led to McAlester coming back and winning that game, which is bad clock management. They would snap the ball with like 10, 15 seconds left on the clock and stepping out of bounds, and they do it that time too. Here's a punt that's going to be a short one. End over end, get away from it.
Ooh, they got away with one right there.
And it'll go out of bounds at the 41-yard line. There was a Buffalo coming in onto the field late.
No, what I'm saying is they got away with it running into the kicker.
Oh, McAlester did?
Yes.
So they got lucky there.
And that would have been a first down at the end of the game.
It would have been the nail in the coffin right there. They're going to talk right now. They're talking with the coach, but I mean it was running into the kicker. I will admit that. We got away with one.
So the Buffaloes trying to use that to their advantage. They'll start this drive at their own 41-yard line. Now, remember how I said to begin the last drive that you didn't have to work real fast? Now you kind of do. So what you're looking at now with only one timeout left for McAlester, either you strike quickly and you can try to play around with the defensive drive, or you strike and go for an onside kick. I think you're going for an onside kick no matter what if you score here.
Absolutely.
With only one timeout left. But the point is you got to score. So they're going to stack receivers, 2 of them on the left side at the 40-yard line. Buffalo's moving it left to right, wearing the white helmets, white tops, black pants. Les now with another chance with Watkins on the left side of him. Snap, back to pass. Les now steps up under pressure, rolls right. We'll just throw this one out of bounds.
Pass out of bounds. 2nd and 10.
So clock at 3:47. Still a 13-point game.
They wanted to go deep. They were looking for that double post out there. Looked like Carter Lance, Jackson Lyerman stacking on the outside. He had to move on the inside. He had to move on the inside the Buffalo offensive line. They just kind of got beat, that 4-man front. They just pushed back there, got into Les Now's face, was able to make him pull that ball down. He couldn't fire it when he wanted to.
Same formation. Here's the snap. Again, looking to pass. Left side, up in the air, and it's intercepted again. And guess who? Gavin Nichols taking it down the far sideline to the 40-yard line, and that will essentially do it.
Interception again. Comets take over.
Les now left it floating in the air a little long, looking for Carter Lance. That was streaking over the middle. Was open for a while, but just let it go a little late and a little off to the right. And it's intercepted by Gavin Nichols, the hero here for the Bishop Kelley Comets in the last 2 drives. The 6'1 sophomore takes it out to the McAlester 39-yard line. And that, unless McAlester can get a turnover here, which is something that the Comets don't do a whole lot, looks like it's about over. But they've got to force a turnover. They still can't just kneel it down. There's 3:38, and Buffalo still have a timeout left. Snap, handoff, Hensley, straight up the gut, gets to the 35-yard line before he spun down there. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 2nd down and 6.
Gain of 4 on the carry.
And we have seen some pretty crazy comebacks. McAlester has been down by 2 scores before with 1:48 left at Del City. They've come back and won that one. Down by 16 with about 4 minutes left. Came back and won that one. But this one will have to draw all of the Buffalo Magic that Forrest Mazey has ever been able to collect from that Buffalo Magic ferry and use it here on the field of Prosa Field.
Yeah, you know, that interception, that just happens when they know you got to go score quick. They're going to sit back, play prevent. That's what they did.
Hensley tackled after a gain of maybe 1. So we have 3rd down and about 4 coming up, and the Buffaloes are forced to burn their final timeout with 2:43 left in the game. 34-21, we'll be back here in just a moment. Buffalo's down by 13 here on
The 12th annual Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest is underway. The deer, they're everywhere. And if one gets in the way of your moving vehicle, well, Buck Wilson Frame and Body Shop can fix it. And don't forget to register for your chance to win cash and prizes during the Buck Wilson Big Buck Contest. We're located at 103 Oklahoma Avenue in McAlester. Call 918-423-3161. That's 423-3161.
So the biggest third down of the season here for McAlester. Again, if you can stop them, you get the ball back with about 2 minutes left. Again, if you can score quick, get the onside kick recovery. Again, I've been known to never say never when it comes to the McAlester Buffaloes, especially in the playoffs. It will officially overtake El Reno as the craziest comeback I've ever seen. But it's still a path. If they get a first down here, it is over. First down here seals it for the Comets. Ball at the 34-yard line. 3rd and 6 on the scoreboard. Smith in the gun, and they get. Oh, is it a false start?
It's offsides.
There was a left tackle that moved first.
No,
tight end moved first. No, was he drawn though?
He was drawn. Malachi and Zach, they were in the backfield before he moved.
They're calling a false start, buddy.
Wow. Okay.
They got McAlester to jump, but I guess they're also looking at the movement of the offensive line first, and that I think was their tight end Reed Jones.
Well, Buffalo defensive line, Peach apologizes. He thought you jumped off sides. You didn't. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
At first, that's what it looked like, but again, you saw Reed Jones move. And now it's 3rd down and 10. 2:43 left. Do they run it here to try to kill more time, or do they go for the jugular here? Snap. They're going to pass it. Going for the home run ball. Far sideline. It is incomplete. No flags. And that also stops the clock at 2:37. So they don't run the ball to try to burn more time off the clock. It would have been another 40 seconds. But they decide to just go for the win. And I like the aggressive play call there. I like trying to go for the win, but it was into double coverage. Credit to Sty Smith, threw it to where no one could get it, and if his receiver couldn't get it for a potential interception. Now the Buffaloes still have some life and some breath in their lungs. McAllister's been close to some punt blocks so far tonight. They won't get this one. It'll be an end-over-end punt. That once again take a Bishop Kelley bounce inside the 5. Now to go sideways, not inside the 5, down to the 6. And McAllister's got to work quick. Down by 13, 2:27 left. They'll have to take this one 94 yards. Get an onside kick and then do it again.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance. There's always a chance.
We have seen crazier.
This would be right up there, though.
Oh, it would. Considering the way this game started out for McAlester.
You want crazy right now.
Hey, when it's Friday night in Southeast, well, we're not really in Southeast Oklahoma, being
Eastern,
in Tulsa.
yeah.
But when you're in Eastern Oklahoma on a Friday night, chaos will ensue.
Well, embrace chaos is what I say right here with 2:27 remaining in the game, down by 13. Season on the line, what do you got?
It's the last drive of the game.
Hopefully not for McAllister. Trips left, back to pass. Les now steps up in his own end zone. He's going to be sacked for the safety. That will be the game. Sacked for the safety to end it.
Sack in the end zone.
And the Buffalo season is going to end at 6-5. And they will lose their first round game in the playoffs. I mean, it's still a 2-score game right now, but you don't have any timeouts left. You had to beg for a Bishop Kelley turnover, which they don't do a lot. McAllister now with 4 turnovers to the Comets, 0, and that safety essentially working as a turnover there too.
Yep.
You can't win a game like that. Buffaloes, you got to give all the credit in the world to their fight and their determination, their grit to be able to claw back into this. It was 28-7 at halftime. But essentially, it was their own mistakes that came back and bit them tonight. The Comets had 2 long touchdown drives, one of them a deep pass of 62 yards. The other scores by the Comets were a 3-yard touchdown run on a turnover by McAllister, scoop and score inside of McAllister's own 10-yard line, and then couldn't get a first down on a 4th down punt attempt, a fake punt attempt. Comets got it back inside their own 35 and scored before the end of the first half. And so the Comets have won this game due to just capitalizing on McAllister's mistakes. And huge credit to the Bishop Kelley Comets. That is how you win games. If everyone was playing to their top ability, then you'd see, 0 yards every single play.
Yep.
But
Absolutely.
You win games by capitalizing on mistakes, especially at the high school level. McAllister was able to capitalize on a lot of Bishop Kelley's in the third quarter and early in the fourth. but couldn't get out of their own way late in this game to try to pull it back. And it looks like their season is going to come to an end here, barring an absolute miracle. 2:22 left. Comets lead 36-21. It is still technically a 2-possession game. It's still a 15-point game, but I mean, the Comets, a first down absolutely ends it. Again, we'll have a timeout called by the Comets. So we will take a quick 30 and be back here on K.
I was looking for a bank that actually...
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford with some exciting news. We have purchased Eufaula Ford in the beautiful town of Eufaula. Now with 2 locations, we have a better selection of new vehicles in stock and coming in. Plus more pre-owned and service, all to better serve you. We are so thankful for this opportunity and hope you'll join us at Sam Wappler's Freedom Ford of McAlester and Eufaula. Come on in and let us make it happen for you.
But there is one thing. Remember that if you, in high school, you don't have to punt the ball after safeties. You can line up the ball at the 20-yard line and technically onside it, which is what McAlester has to do here. So 2:22 left to go. I mean, like I said, there's still breath, but, man, we are on our last few. As Creed says, we were down to our one last breath. Sorry, Creed has been in the air here lately. Here's the onside kick, and it's recovered by the Comets, and that should do it. Recovered by number 82 of the Comets. That is Rex Ritzhaupt.
Onside kick collected by number 82, Rex Ritzhaupt.
And the Comets will start their celebration. They will move on to play the Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish, almost certainly in a battle of the Bishops in the quarterfinals.
That's final.
That is final. So Bishop McGuinness did beat Midwest City. We'll have more final scores, and also we'll have some post-game coverage. Again, that will be radio only on KNED, the KNED app. If you want to hear the final thoughts from head coach Forrest Mazie, Phillip Jewell will be down there after this game is over. We thank everyone for joining us on the stream here tonight, for supporting the McAlester Buffaloes week in and week out. Again, highs and lows this year. Buffaloes, again, just I mean, I hate to say it, but just close. They've been that. It'll end up being what now, as we have a timeout called by Bishop Kelley. We'll keep it here. If the final score will be 36-21, McAlester would have been 21 points away from make that 9-2, going into the quarterfinals. Just 21 points away, and that's a frustrating for a fan and for a coach, but also know that McAlester, their players, you got to admire the grit and the fight, and they could have laid down and taken their loss at 28-7 and said, you know what, this one's over. What was the final score in the McGuinness Midwest City game?
It was 42-14, Bishop McGuinness.
That's 42-14. It was a 35-7 game at halftime. You could have, not any shade to Midwest City, but it could have ended like that. No doubt Bishop McGuinness does that. McAlester pulled this within a score. Yeah, they just could not overcome their own mistakes with 2 turnovers, essentially 3 turnovers in the fourth quarter.
You know, you were down 21-0 at one point in time.
Yep.
So you could have laid
quick
down.
First 13 minutes of the game.
Yes. So you could have been. I mean, you could have laid down there 21-0, rolled over, just got kicked in the gut, but you stood up, you played football, you made it respectable.
If anything, if your season comes to an end tonight, you want to be able to be proud of. Here's a first down snapped over to Hensley, who's tackled well in the backfield. So McAlester, once again, going to go down fighting here. They make the tackle back at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 14.
Again, it looks like they can still get the ball back potentially, but not enough time to be able to score twice. But, yeah, if anything, especially for the seniors, you want to say, well, if we went down and we went down knowing I gave my all, and I can confidently say nearly every senior that was able to touch the field tonight can say that they gave their all. They just didn't have enough.
Yeah,
they made mistakes and everything, but they didn't. Goodness gracious, this kid in front of us threw a football that nearly decked about 2 fans in the back of the head,
and it just came bouncing.
Sorry. We'll continue on in a moment. Here's A pass to the near side, a screen pass caught by McFarland. He'll be tackled down at the 33. That's incomplete. That's another timeout for McAlester. But that'll keep the clock running. So we have 3rd down and long on the way. Bishop Kelley's got to get to the 18 to continue this drive.
And that's gonna.
I think that's it, though.
Yeah, they'll run this one all the way down to 1 second on the play.
Yeah, this is over. They don't. McAlester cannot get the ball back. I don't think they can, unless they might take a snap and run around for a little while.
Yeah, the 4th down snap, they'll just run around and end the game right there.
There's a 1 second difference between what would be 40 seconds, which is the play clock here. Two seconds, 1 second. Here's the snap. They're going to run around for a minute. They might pass the ball. There's the knee. Back at the 46-yard line. Clock stopped for some reason at 37 seconds, but that will do it. McAlester Buffaloes season comes to an end. 6-5 in the season. They do have their 5th consecutive winning season in a row, but that's not going to cheer anybody up right now. The Buffaloes are going to end their season here on Prossa Field to the Bishop Kelley Comets. They win their first playoff game since 2020, and something that doesn't normally happen. McAllister's football team loses their first-round game since 2008. Just, again, came against a really disciplined, really tough team in the Bishop Kelley Comets, capitalized on McAllister's mistakes, and were able to make enough big plays to take down the Buffs in the end. But what a fight to the end for McAlester. Brought it back to a score in the 4th quarter. Just ran out of gas. So, again, we're going to transition over to the radio side of things for our Buffalo postgame show. That'll be on KNED, the app, the blue app that you see wherever you get your apps. You'll be able to just type in KNED, and you'll be able to find it, or you can go to McAllisterRadio.com on the KNED tab to get head coach Forrest Mazey's final thoughts on the season. Or you can listen, if you're in McAlester, the traditional way, 98.3 FM or 1150 AM. We will be with the Buffalo postgame show in just a moment. But for those signing off on the video stream for the final time in the 2023 season, thank you for coming along on this journey, and we will see you next time. Again, final score tonight, it was 36 for Bishop Kelley, 21 for McAlester. The OK Tire and Auto postgame show coming up in just a moment on KNED.